Do. Hey, little boy. Alright, bud. What are you looking at, you dork? Looking off into the great abyss. I think that's what you're doing. I think you're just staring off into the great abyss, staring you. I think that's what you'd be doing. Cute little boy. My goodness. I'm looking for something over here. What is it? Oh. Leads in this, actually. I don't think about it. Nice little hat for the day. It's a little nippy in here. So I can get these bad boys on. What do you think, going outside again? We already had our little walk and shit. Yeah. Yeah, we already did that, bro. We already did that. Got little beady eyes, bro. It's like it looks like your eyes don't really have any color to them. But that brown really actually, if anything, like, emphasizes your pupils a little bit. So to get a little creepy to stare at, not gonna lie. Especially when there's light refraction going on. That's a little disturbing. Light refraction on doggo eyes, especially when they're already kind of a dark looking dog with the black fur and shit at night. It's like, okay, that's creepy. It's like a hellhound looking at me. Got those hellhounds, Did you have fun in the Shapiro Zone? Well, funny enough, we were actually on stream yesterday where we were looking at that same video. So when they delved into Shapiro Zone, I was like, oh, I've seen this already. But I was also doing some errands, and I was in Dispo when they happened to delve into it. And when I left and tuned back in, they finished. And I was like, fuck. So sadly, I actually kind of missed some of it, even though I helped get to the Shapiro Zone. I was like, god damn it. That's whatever. I mean, I already know exactly what they're going to say, aside from Paul probably getting a boner for Abby. But, you know. Yeah, I mean, like, I already knew exactly what it is. It was going to be like, oh my god, you know, here I am, Ben Shapiro, who I'm going to flaunt about, you know, what the leftists want to do, you know, while I, you know, fawn over my sister having a baby. Which is just such a fucking creepy thing in the first place, anyway, but... Yeah, so I kind of had a general synopsis, but like the humor and execution of such, I, you know, can't necessarily achieve, you know, but, you know, obviously they can. They can achieve their level of humor, or at least the way they execute it. Well, actually, I missed like the first hour of Onion Nuggets today, so I was thinking about maybe we can delve into some of the first hour and check it all out. Because I tuned in just in time for the Fuck the Police segment and everything beyond that. And I like how as soon as immediately TJ started what he thought was not reverse psychology, but actually trying to get people not to donate, it's like, dude, don't say that, because all of us, including me, are going to donate, you fuck. And it's just like, Shapiro Zone, baby, let's go. And he sees it, he's like, no, stop. It's like, stop it, please. But it was too late. It was too late by that point. Oh, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like, as soon as he mentioned, like, you know, we're a little over this current one, and, you know, it's like, don't send anything else, but, you know, it's this amount of money to get to this next zone, but don't send any. It's just like, Yeah, yeah, people are gonna do that. So, I had to at least. I had to, like, I saw the Shapiro zone. I'm like, alright, I'll see how everyone else does with their donations, and if we can get, to that zone, then I'm doing it. And we were a little, I think at that point, probably about halfway there, I was like, I'm making sure. I'm making sure. I'm gonna, get it just a little more closer. So it's just fun watching TJ suffer. Paul got stopped a few times on his ugly nuggets. He did. I tuned in around the time he was simping for Elon Musk to move on. Yeah. Which honestly, yeah. I mean, if you're on somebody's chat and you're telling the streamer who's making the fucking stream to do something, it's like, I mean, honestly, a part of me is saying you're asking for it. Because, like, dude, it's, like, it's like, that person goes on there and, to watch their content, but they want them to move on from their content that they're creating. It's just like, I mean, come on. I guess there's one, like, one element where if you're, like, stunt locked and you're, like, in the middle of checking something out, and then, like, the chat distracts you or some shit, and you're, like, 30 minutes into that tangent or something, and everyone's like, hey, move on, back to what we were looking at or something. Like, I mean, that could be understandable. But it's because, mainly, people are, like, wanting to go back to what was initially discussed or talked about. Not because they want to move on to something else. So, I mean, I can kind of get it. So it's someone who's telling, a streamer or, content creator to move on is low-key kind of asking for it a little. Maybe not a ban, but like a timeout. I mean, if they're assessing about it, where they're like, hey, move on, you're timed out. You're untimed out. Hey, move on. It's like, okay, now you're really asking. But I just time out. It's like, hey, time out. Don't tell me to move on. If you tell me, then I'll help you move on. It's that, at least that's how I see it. At least when it comes to just like some random dork, in a chat, just being like, hey, bruh, I don't like this. Can we move on, please? It's like, bruh. Move on, oh my god. Well, luckily I was done making my point. When you said that, it was kind of meaningless because I was already done. I mean, there's not really much to say on it. It's just like, yeah, if you tell a streamer to move on, chances are you're either going to get timed out or fucking get banned, probably. More likely the former than the latter, depending on how harsh the mods and the streamers are. I had a keyism. I do that too. I'll say move on, like, just casually, even at work and shit. Like, that's ingrained into me. Not gored, like, God is, like, that's, that's not really there. There's a few keenisms that I got, too. I feel like if anyone has delved into, like, the DP, like, Brett Keane era of things, I mean, they're gonna have at least a couple keenisms. I have a couple, but, yeah. I mean, if anything, like, I feel like, I have a couple, but I've, like, evolved, other phrases that could be potential keenisms. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, sometimes when I, have, when I'm saying, like, a word that has, like, an S in it or something, like Swift, sometimes it'll be, like, Swift or something like that. There'll be, like, a little in it. A little bit. So, I mean, I can kind of consider that maybe a potential keenism, where it's like you're having like a little in your wording. So it sounds a little bit more worse, where you have to move on. Oh, just move on, God. Sukov, that was my pops. He just came home. Popped his head up and now he has one ear perked up. He's just getting to be a big boy. That was kind of a weak burp. I'm actually legitimately disappointed. Wow. That was a burp of just sheer epic disappointment. Should fit Zukov with a camera so you can see the world from his perspective. I mean, there isn't really a need to. I mean, because honestly, I can kind of get what his world is from his perspective a little bit. I mean, because usually if he's, you know, wandering around, you know, doing his thing, he's usually somewhere around my backyard or outside, and or walking with me. So I kind of know what his perspective of the world is, just, you know, because of where he wanders around at. Just because there's not, like, some unique place that he can get to where I can't necessarily. At least not that I could think of. Ooh. I guess stuffing his face into places that I couldn't. But then the GoPro won't get that. It'll be on top of his head. I suppose if, like, you know, the technology, you know, with fucking Neuralink and shit like that, you know, gets more advanced, maybe there could be a potentiality to, like, you know, have that, you know, maybe safely put into animals if people want that, you know, so they can maybe, you know, kind of get an idea what, you know, their animal thought processes are. You know, so if it wants outside or if it needs food or whatever the hell, you know, they can, you know, better, you know, be more in tune with that in a sense. Actually have a better means of communication, probably. But this seems a little bit more sci-fi like, but I don't know, it could be a possibility. Don't let a cop near and make a shot for existing. Yeah. yeah, I was around in time for that, and it was just like, man, this fuck me, dude. I don't like any sad dog stories, and it, like, even before I had Zukov, and now I really don't. It's like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. Because I'm going to start immediately thinking about Zukov, and I'm going to feel sad and horrible, and want to cuddle him endlessly and keep him protected. Especially considering that he has, like, no aggressive bone in his body. Like, when I was walking around, I just went to the store in Dispo and a couple other places, just wandering around. And every human that he sees, he just literally wants to, like, sniff them and then hop on them and get love and attention. So look at that poor boy. Well, he's kind of taking a nap. He's right there. He's right next to me. I mean, he's just taking a little nap. Looking like a big chonker. Just big, healthy, chunky boy. Sweet thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get him a bath tonight. No. He looked up as soon as I said bath. He looked up immediately. It's like, what'd you say? Oh my god. He looked up, but then he just, like, kind of lowered his head again. Just, like, within a span of 2 seconds, like, what? You said what, human? Oh my god, he's a dork. Just dork. This is right, yeah. SCA stand for? SCA? Well, it's technically supposed to be CSA, but it's meant to be the Combined Syndicates of America. It's an alternate history flag. I actually have the other flag that's kind of tangentially related it towards right here. If I can flop it out. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. But it's meant to be kind of related to this one. Ugh. Yeah. No kidding, neat. Well, thank you. If you want to find it, you can find it on the Kaiser Cat Cinema website. because that's where a lot of the alternate history, like merch and lore and all that stuff, is at. They actually had a YouTube episode released on back in January 1st of their whole Divided States animated series. Which could kind of delve into a little bit about, you know, what's all about a little. I could probably find it, actually. Find a little snippet. Here's our snippet. Here's a snippet. Are you in union? I'm a local Teamster Local 222. Well, I am indeed. You have CW Local 555. But, yeah, when it comes to, like, just on a general, broader aspect of, you know, advocacy, that's, like, pretty much, like, the main thing that I'm, you know, pushing for at this point. Because it stands now, like, especially with a lot of the rise of labor militancy, it's like, it seems like they've pretty much been, you know, it has been, really, especially historically, but including more contemporary, seems like a better outcome and a better, you know, route to take, you know, when it comes to actually getting better, especially more direct local media change and outcomes, you know, for, you know, people and their just general well-being. Shop steward, nice. Yeah, I've been looking to apply for that with mine, but they need to get back to me with it. There's been a few other things that have been going on too, like there is a legit possibility that ours will strike again here soon. I don't know when, but it's been kind of put out through the grapevine a little bit of like these current round of negotiations, which I think is going to be between the 14th through the 16th, I think. So within a couple, within a couple days. And if they don't end up being successful, then they're not going to, potentially authorize a strike and shouldn't vote for that, which I think you know what side I'd be voting on that one. Part-time or UPS? Well, I'm doing full-time at retail, so. Our union just did strikes with Kroger, which I'm not a part of, but now they might start doing that with Safeways and shit, which I'm a part of. First strike of 2023. 2023? Well, I'd say try to do that sooner, because honestly, like, I mean, especially from what I understand from what the Teamsters, at least nationally, are wanting to plan, is put a lot of focus and funds into unionizing different elements of Amazon. So, I mean, if anything, like, a lot of that could potentially be very fruitful and be brought up, especially with a lot of this on the rise as it stands now with a lot of these different, like, locals and different national unions rising up, too. Or even starting up, because I know there was a Starbucks union that just got unionized in Buffalo, New York, I believe. Takes a lot of time to organize. Yeah, I mean, that is fair. I mean, that's why, you know, sometimes when it comes to trying to, you know, fix certain shit or, you know, get, you know, a position like a shop steward or something like that, it takes a while. It is political bullshit, bureaucracy nonsense, but, you know, you're gonna get that with anything. It's gotta be at least a little bit. It's a reformer slate. Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping, like, if, you know, strikes and shit go through, then I can start using it as an opportunity to advance farther up within the union as well. Because, I mean, being just a mere member is, you know, fine and good and all dandy, but at this point, it's just like, I mean, especially considering where my tax and routes are now, it's like I want to try to get a little bit more further into it. And maybe see if I could just kind of, you know, work more in line with just the union instead of doing the job I'm doing now. That'd be a lot fucking better. Probably get paid at least a little bit better too. Doing what the trash company did. Oh yeah, with John Deere with the UAW. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the ITSC, but I know they were supposed to attempt to do strikes, but then they had a settlement, and then a lot of the workers didn't accept it anyway. So I don't know what's going on with them. I know they were gonna have like a big national strike and shit, but that got cut. I don't know if they're gonna try to do it again. Well, as I found you. Well, I mean, what old Han Solo say? Good shot, kid. That was a 1 in a million. Utah, by the way. Right on. Yeah, I'm up in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm not too far off. I think my state borders you, actually. Does Oregon border Utah? I know it does Nevada and Idaho. And I think it does. I'm gonna double check. Oh, no. Burley. No. Idaho's a little too much in the way. Remember, kids, if you see a strike, don't cross the picket line. Yeah, exactly. I mean, hell, like, I've seen a lot of different... I know Kroger, with those strikes that happened and shit, some of the different Fred Meyers that were all over the place and shit that were being striked on. Like, straight up, fucking, a lot of these different Fred Meyers would have, like, these signs up saying, willing to hire 16 and older, no experience required, must be willing to cross the picket line. Like, that was literally on the sign. I'm like, wow. Wow. Like, they're not, like, I mean, just how brazen can you be about it? Like, Jesus. Like, let's just not even try to hide it. Let's just be open. It's like, you didn't even need to add the must be willing to cross picket line point. Just the fact that you have that sign up there and someone applies means they're willing to anyway. Like, you don't need to emphasize it, you fuck. But, you know, it's like, I mean, it's what a lot of these corporations and companies want to do. Like, I mean, they just want to pin the blame and then fucking, you know, rub it in too as well on top of that. It's like, oh, they're striking and cutting in our profits or productivity. And they don't want to have, like, our great benefits and our great wages and pay, even though that's what they're striking about in the first place. About them being shitty. So let's get a bunch of other unexperienced, you know, people off dole and shit to come in here and, you know, work for less. Without the protections. Or union or anything, you know. That's better. Like, they'll literally do anything besides, you know, try to actually be openly okay with giving people fair wages and decent benefits. And you've been shut down for 6 months, became unionized and had to restart. Yeah. I mean, I know around here, UPSs are unionized as well. Like, I actually will see a lot of people come in with masks or a hat or even a hoodie or some shit that has, like, a Teamsters logo on it, with the local on it. And I think there's, like, Local 48 and Local 18, I think. I think there's a couple local Teamsters around here, if I remember correctly. But also, at least where I'm at specifically, it tends to be a lot more of a pro-labor area. Like, I just tend to notice a lot more pro-union shit around here in comparison to other places in the country. Or at least when it just comes to the general zeitgeist about it. I also remember fucking doing the John Deere strikes when they brought in a bunch of different workers to go work there for the very first day, and straight up had had like ambulances within the first few hours show up, had different, you know, had like different accidents where like someone crashed one of the tractors and shit. It's like, oh my god. It's like, wow. And that's why we have unionized trades, you know, skilled workers and shit to do things like that instead of some random dork. I mean, even if a random dork wants to do that, that's why they get trained into it. Because, you know, not just like thrown to the wolves. Like, I mean, if you're gonna hire somebody to a job, you got to, I don't know, train them and qualify them for it. You can't just throw somebody to the wolves and just expect them to figure it out. Like, our workplace really does that. Like, I mean, because I work at a deli at the grocery store specifically, there'll be people that, you know, get hired to come in. They might have some experience, they might not, depending. And straight up, like, they'll get, like, their computer trained, but outside of that, there would just be nothing. It's like, yeah, you know, it's like, what do I do here? What do I do with that? It's just like, wait, they just, like, here you go. Now you're just scheduled on here. They didn't, like, have somebody, you know, like, be, like, you know, to train you and work with you and shit like that. Like, they just flopped you back here like you're just, like, one of us now at this point. Like, I mean, you kind of need to get trained a little. So that leaves us basically having to, you know, which, I mean, it'd have to be us either way, but, like, it basically leaves us having to train somebody while also having, you know, the staffing of just a regular, you know, crew, basically, or understaffed, depending, and also having to train a new person. It's like, a new person should be in there with, like, a full crew where you can have at least one or two other people to train them. Like, that's the whole point of training them for, like, I mean, you know, to start a job. Like, I mean, that's what you do, at least for a simple job, like, you know, when it comes to, you know, retail work. You don't necessarily have to go to, like, some schooling for that shit, but still. Same premise applies. Oh, what? They're gonna trust a person that's been there less than you, lol. I mean, evidently, like, a lot of these companies want to, you know, roll people out, just, like, use people at least just enough to basically, you know, use you up, and then once you're done, just get thrown off to the dole, basically, and then the next person takes their place. I mean, that's why a lot of these different companies, you know, from, like, the pharmaceutical industry, make such a fucking profit, because they can keep people sucked up to these type of fucking institutions, instead of actually being able to just either get, you know, when they're sick, get help, and fucking be able to have at least some basic standard of living, you know, when it comes to the wages and the pay they get. Actually have time for themselves, so they can, you know, maybe have a hobby or just do whatever the hell. And that includes maybe even sitting on our ass if that's what they want to do. How is it to get fired? I mean, you can't be fired unless with actual just cause, so... I mean, like, if my employer came up to me and said, hey, you're fired because we think you're not productive or whatever the fuck, I mean, I can easily challenge that and fight that, because that, you know, it'd be something that'd be obvious bullshit. But if it's like, hey, you know, like, hypothetically, I decided to, you know, do some crank on the job, and I'm fucking, you know, like, not cleaning up or anything, and then fucking, like, if anything, you know, causing a hazard, you know, at work by, you know, letting, like, oil or some shit be all over the floor or whatever. Like, I mean, if I was actually doing something that would be detrimental to the job, especially, then, yeah. I mean, there can be, you know, merit for that shit, but no one ever really goes that far, like, of any of that. So it's something that usually doesn't happen. I mean, if anything, they don't necessarily try to fire people. They basically will just do anything to get you to leave. Like, so they'll cut your hours, they'll, like, schedule you, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 days a week and shit like that. You know, there's all sorts of different, you know, things that can happen. Can't show up late, head teams are still, yeah. I mean, when it comes to, like, being late, as long as you're not, like, you know, making it some sort of a recurring problem or, like, some issue, you know, or whatever, or at least being communicative, then it's not really that big of an issue. But it can't be, like, you know, some sort of reoccurring problem, obviously. You have to be cordial. Well, yeah. I mean, especially when it comes to your fellow co-workers. I mean, especially when it comes to the job that you're all doing. I mean, there's no real reason to try to incite more fucking drama. Or incite more problems and shit like that. You know, where it's just like, hey, you know, like, if you have, like, a beef with somebody, leave that outside of work. You know, whatever, you know, you might have, you know, with somebody, you know, just, like, leave that outside of work, because right now, you know, it's, you know, about the work that we're doing here. Like, we're on the clock. Like, whatever your personal beef is, or whatever your personal shit is, can wait. I mean, that type of shit would happen on strike lines and shit historically. I mean, there's this documentary, Harlan County, USA, that was, I think, released in 1976. And in the documentary, this is one scene where the women, mainly the wives or the daughters of a lot of these coal miners, because this was in, well, Harlan County in West Virginia. And there was a point in this labor meeting that a lot of these women had where they were organizing together and shit, straight up would fucking, you know, get in this mass argument about whose man sleep, you know, it's like, hey, you're sleeping with the other men and shit, and you're not, you know, and you'd rather, you know, sleep with your man all day and night and blah, 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 and all, you know, all this other shit, basically. Just, like, random, like, petty drama bullshit about, like, oh, you're just sleeping with your man and blah, 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 and all this and that. And then, like, some other woman comes up, you know, and says, hey, I don't give a fuck, you know, whose man's sleeping with who. I don't care, you know, how many times they're sleeping with your man, however many things. I'm, you know, like, I don't, y'all can fight that however you want, but, you know, I'm here specifically for a fucking contract. So, like, you know, leave that outside the door, and here we're talking about this shit. And pretty much the entire room erupts in an applause, because, I mean, it's, you know, true. And I mean, it kind of comes down to the whole element of solidarity, where it's like, hey, you know, whatever random bullshit, you know, is, you know, whatever personal beef you have with somebody, leave that outside. You know, when it comes to, like, labor or the workplace or whatever the fuck, when it comes to these type of issues, you know, that's not, you know, whatever bullshit you got ain't here. Totally smoke blunt fuel. Well, hey, it's legal over here. I don't know what it is over there in Utah, but I know it's legal here. I actually just bought some, so. Some good stuff. Some biscotti. It's like ridiculously light and fluffy, like a quarter barely fits in this damn thing. Oh, medical, huh? Well, better than illegal. But you have to vape it. Oh. Well, it doesn't really matter, like, which way or how way you do it. It all gets into the system one way or another. Okay, go outside, smoke my partner doesn't like you smoking. And that's usually why I just hang out in the garage, because it's basically like a little smoking den here. Funny Mormon law. Yeah, Utah, the state of the Mormons. Where they have a bunch of fucking goddamn people that believed in a dude that literally lied about, like, just random shit. Like, I mean, where I guess, like, the true Israelites are actually Native Americans, because, like, Jesus came back during, you know, after, you know, during his, like, death period or some shit to the Americas and helped, I think they were the, like the Nephites are like the Roman-looking white dudes, basically, who were defeated, but because the last Nephite basically left these tomes that Joseph Smith found. And then there was also, like, this other fucking, like, the Native Americans, I forgot what they were called, but they had their own little tribe group name or something like that, like the Nephites or something, I don't even know, but just some random shit. And apparently also, like, the neutral parties between, cause also in Mormon religion, Lucifer and Jesus are brothers. They're siblings, apparently. So, I don't know how. I don't know where that comes up in the lore, but whatever. But apparently they are. So, it's like, you know, and they're all kind of, and there's like this council or some shit, you know, between the different gods and, you know, deities and shit. Jesus, Lucifer being among them. The Lamanites. Yeah, the Lamanites. Yeah, so, oh my god, so just what the fuck. But, and, you know, and then you get fucking, like, you know, Lucifer, who's saying, hey, you know, this should, you know, belong to essentially like all the different, you know, spirits or something, and basically kind of leading like some sort of revolutionary style, like, you know, fuck, you know, like us, you know, being subjugated to monarchs, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, let's all, you know, equally rule these planets or whatever that. I don't know, I forgot what specifically. Something along those lines, if I remember. And Jesus is like, no, we should, you know, keep going with, you know, the current ways that we are doing it or something like that, you know, being the traditionalist guy. But then there were, you know, so Lucifer led a third of, you know, the angels and all that shit. You know, that part, you know, stays there. But then there's like this neutral party. Like people who did not pick a side. And they were punished because they were just like, you know, fence sitters, and they all became black and went on Earth as their punishment. They were deemed to become black people. And it was just like, what the fuck? They scrubbed that from their religion, but, like, bruh. I don't think that's just something you could just scrub. Where's Monk fitting in this? Well, those are, like, the Hoteps and the fucking black nationalist religious types. Like, I mean, Monk is that shit. That's a whole nother level of, like, I can't even begin to start with that. That's, like, unexplainable. At least to me. God bless his believers with white skins. Yeah, dude, it's some weird shit. And it's just, man, Mormons, dude. And from what I understand, like, Southern Mormon, Southern Mormon, but Southern Utah is where, like, a lot of the more extreme elements of Mormonism is still around. So, like, I can guarantee you if you go into, I'm actually not too sure, but I'm pretty sure, because I have a friend that was born and lived in Utah for a while, and he used to, at least, you know, call himself Mormon. So I'm pretty sure he's an ex-Mormon, but every now and then we'll put some Mormon philosophy into other religious philosophies, because he's like, I don't even know, like a catch-all, like a religious generalist, I think. Like, I mean, he's religious, but not, like, he has his own thing, like, where he basically, like, thinks, like, I don't even know, dude. It's all, he himself is, like, another ball of wax to, to unfold. The FLDs, the FLDS, OMG cringe people. Yeah, he's a religious journalist, yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, like, being a religious journalist, I think he thinks it's, like, some new thing, but honestly, it really ain't. Like, he talks about, like, this, I think it was, like, a guy who was in India who built this temple, essentially, for, like, all religious and spirituality type of credences, where he, you know, where this dude was like, hey, you know, I want, you know, people of all, like, different religions and spiritualities to come here, and let's all, like, you know, have, like, you know, meditation or whatever the fuck, you know, or yeah, something like that. I mean, it's like, you know, that, I forgot what his name is, but, like, that guy could be, like, a music generalist to extent. Zukov, hey! Hey!
What's up, brother? What's up, brother, guys?
Oh, what's up, dude?
Nothing. It's in the neighborhood. Dude, Harbor Freight, I fucking love those guys.
Okay.
Dude,
Can I help you? You just, like, no communication, no nothing?
Oh yeah, I should have called. I didn't know if you'd be home or not. I should have gave you a heads up, my bad.
My fucking god.
What? When do I ever call? Did I actually? No. Actually?
When do you ever, like, actually communicate as a human being?
Whoa. I wouldn't go that far. I communicate. Not well, but I communicate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Oh, fuck you two. Kiss my ass. Just for that, no hugs for you, asshole.
Wow.
Hey, Zukov, should we shoot him? Should he shoot him with the new toy I got in the bag?
Now what the fuck do you got? Are you gonna get me banned here too?
I didn't get you back for the last one.
I know. What, I can't fuck with you? What is that?
Just wait and find out.
Maybe I don't...
So basically you fucking just... And then, boom, it shoots out. It's sort of like the fucking, Anyone who was born in the 80s knows what this fucking is. You're streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I'll put the toys away then. The stream doesn't care about toys. I do. Vintage toys from the fucking 80s right here. Boom! Shit, where'd that go?
Wait, you gonna try to like LARP as some Portland cop launching tear gas into crowds with that thing?
You know what? You probably fucking could.
No, I mean you actually have to have like a firing pin.
Yeah, you could mod.
No, you can't.
You could if you really wanted to, but yeah, no.
Oh my god.
Alright. Witness of the day. You know who this is. I will give you mad fucking props.
Well, it's part of Ghostbusters, obviously, but I don't fucking remember the name. Well, fuck you too, prick.
Up yours. Slimer.
Well, I don't remember the fucking name, jeez.
Oh, that's right. I'm the only one in this group who's like super into fucking Dude, fucking Stefan though. Rip, my brother. Rip.
That would happen to him.
Huh?
That would happen to him. I mean, he's on here right now.
COVID.
I knew that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying rip, my brother.
Well, he's been fine. Like, he's just like, I remember him streaming. He's on your channel with me. He's
Oh, really?
right.
Is he not doing so bad?
No, yeah,
I thought
not from what I understand.
Oh,
It seems
okay.
like it's okay. Still sucks. I feel like I'm the only one who hasn't gotten it at this point.
Whoa. Back off. I haven't got it yet.
You haven't gotten it yet?
Nope.
Stefan said that you were having it right now.
Who, me?
Yeah. Evidently not.
I don't want to have it.
So it's only two of us. Okay, so that at least
Whoever
confirms.
fucking said that's a liar.
Well, Stefan, you're a lying piece of shit.
I wouldn't go that far. Jeez.
I'm kidding. Oh my
0 to
god.
100. Jesus. I didn't say it. He did.
I could have been wrong. Logan isn't reliable. So it's Logan that's fucking spreading fake news.
No. Fucking. He needs to shut up because I don't have COVID. I've been fucking. I've been sick, but I don't have COVID.
Yeah, like it's
No,
like a lot of people I've been
literally-
knowing have been getting sick. Some of them not COVID, and one or two people are.
Everyone can fuck off. I got tested twice.
And negative.
Negative.
Well, there you go.
I did a home test and then I went and I did one of the home tests and then I went to hospital.
Ah. Well, there you go. About it being about a boom.
I went to the hospital for a different reason, but I'm not gonna say that on stream. I was coughing up blood.
Well, now you're saying the reason on stream, so what the fuck is that about?
What, coughing up blood?
Yeah, so what happened there?
I don't know, they haven't got back to me yet.
I'm pretty sure doing that ain't helping. Fucking dipshit.
Yeah, I know the steroids ain't helping you. Where are you, my mother now? They haven't got back to me. They ran a bunch of tests and they're gonna get back to me. Stefan, $10 grinders, bro. Harbor Freight.
$10.
$10 grinder.
Why do I have a feeling that's gonna crap out within a year?
Well, if it does, I can go get a new one. Well, I have two.
Why not have like an actual quality grinder that lasts a while and just only have to buy the one?
What do I do? I have it over here.
Why do you have two then?
Because Harbor Freight is a fucking dickheads and don't sell the spanner wrench I needed. Because this, I lost when I moved my car.
Oh.
And they don't, well, they were out, and I need one. And they're like, oh, we're not gonna get them. We're not gonna get any until fucking maybe 3 months from now.
Sounds a lot like our work of a lot of shit.
So
That's just a problem in general with a lot
and
of
she's
things.
like, well, how old's your other grinder? And I'm like, well, I put a lot of mileage on that bitch. I put a lot of miles on that other grinder. And she's still kicking. Where's my other grinder at? What? Where is...
Hey.
Oh. Dirt. Right behind me. This is the one I taped.
Oh my.
No, this is the one I got from Stephon.
Oh my god.
Look!
Just barge in here, fucking just like doing whatever the fuck you're doing. Don't even say hi.
I said hi. I said hi.
Don't even try to, you know, let me know ahead of time, being like, yo, what's up, bruh? Nothing like that. You're just like, blump, barge in.
Don't let her Miss Margin. Am I not allowed? Like, you want me to go back outside, call you, and be like, hey, bro.
Oh my, fuck off.
I could have
Jackass.
Huh? What a
2 years in grinding, still good. I spent $40 on my Rick and Morty grind 2 years ago, so I have a look back. We're talking about a different grinder here. We're not talking about those grinders.
Wait. Oh, they're talking about the other kind of grinder. Those are also good grinder.
The new South Park where they're adults is just a fucking joke.
Wait, what?
Oh, the new South Park app? I haven't seen it. I've only seen some clips of it, but...
Oh, they got new episodes of South Park?
Yeah, post-COVID. Where it's like the new Delta variant Plus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the new Delta variant Amazon Plus edition. It's the South Park joke of it, because like they're all adults now, and COVID, and then COVID ends, but then there's the Delta variant Amazon Plus edition or whatever.
Oh, so like Cartman and all those guys are grown up.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
That is just sad. I mean, from ours, it's fucking hilarious, but still. Wait, I mean, from what I understand, like, cause
did they lead up to like them growing up? Like,
no, they're just them like in the future as adults and shit.
What fucking sense does that make?
Because they're in the future and they're adult selves to see the world and like. You have to watch the fucking thing to actually. Oh my god! Did you just drop a burnt thing on the ground?
No. No, I didn't. You see nothing. I'll be out of your hair in like a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, more like a couple hours, but...
I don't want to ruin it. Cartman becomes a rabbi. Well, I know that part. I've seen some clips of it on YouTube.
Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Hold the phone.
Cartman's a rabbi.
That racist piece of shit is a rabbi.
Yeah.
No.
And Kyle thinks he's just doing it as a fucking dog on Kyle and fucking on him the entire time. So now Kyle's kind of the asshole a little bit. And also they do sound like...
From what I just heard from you, I'm not gonna like this. I love Cartman as a little dick.
Well, he's still a dick. You should look at his kids. His kids are a bunch of dicks.
Wait a minute, he has kids?
Yes. Like little Jewish kids and shit. Yes, he's married to a Jewish woman, too.
But that doesn't make sense. He fucking hates Jews.
Well, he had to change a fucking perspective because he was a kid, but then as an adult, he had a perspective change, and thus, and he met his wife, and that was his perspective change, and thus became a rabbi and all that shit. Yeah, and her name's Lentil.
Lentil?
Yeah, Lental.
I thought this lazy ass writing, but okay.
It's just some random name. Rabbis can be racist pieces of shit. That is true. Like, rabbis can also be...
How can rabbis be racist pieces?
Fucking hyper-Zionist pieces of shit that are like, Israeli apartheid good, fuck Palestinians.
I'm talking like racist against Jews.
That's just anti-Semitism.
Yeah, that's what Cartman was.
I mean, he also was a racist, but, I mean,
he's also racist against blacks and, like, just everything.
Yeah.
I'm really...
And also, but the thing is, like, Jewish people can be racist, too. I mean, if you hear a lot of some of the quotes that, like, some of the Israeli government heads have said before, like, it is straight up, like, Like, this is something that Benjamin Netanyahu has literally said. He's like, Hitler, you know, the one thing that Hitler actually got wrong was that he was manipulated by the Palestinian Arabs to hate against the Jews, which that literally has fuck all to do with anything about why he went against the Jews anyway. So it's just like, you know, like, it's fucking crazy and backwards with some of that shit. Yeah,
I have one.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Okay, cool.
The Jew camp episode, yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a
Yeah, the Jewish camp episode.
The Jewish camp episode?
It's another South Park episode.
God damn it.
I don't think Netanyahu is a rabbi. Well, he's not a rabbi, but I'm just talking on a more general level when it comes to that same type of mentality that... Like, because the thing is, rabbis also have said shit like this too, but Benjamin Netanyahu's the one I know has actually said, like, actual quotes that you can look up about. But, like, there's different, like, quotes that, you know, that are pretty fascistic or very, you know, just, like, racist towards Arabs or Palestinians and shit that aren't just from, like, government heads, but, like, religious heads in Israel, too, and shit. Like, there's a lot of pretty crazy fucked up shit. But that doesn't necessarily mean, like, Jew bad. It's just, like, I mean, the Israeli government and the Zionistic philosophy that is heavily propped up by their narrative and agenda of, shit, like, conquering Palestine because... it's our rightful holy land or some shit. It's like, fuck that.
You know what? I didn't even notice what you did.
Huh.
You added stickers to my fucking...
Yeah, I saw an NRA sticker, so I replaced it with something different. Yeah,
sticker.
Yeah. Hey, don't take it off!
No. I want to look at the... Is there... Oh, I guess there was an NRA sticker on
Well, fuck you. Now you just, like, took off the sticker.
No. I'm putting it back on. I didn't know that was an NRA sticker.
Yeah.
Can I help you? I have two annoying assholes at home.
What about the alternative timeline where Ben Shapiro is Prime Minister of Israel and Netanyahu is taking the head? Is the talking head? Oh my god.
God damn it. Can you not quit? I'm trying to text here.
Zuka, what are you doing? You smell your brother and sister on him? Is that what you're doing? Come here, baby boy. Little Zukov, you handsome boy. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on. Don't be weak. Come on. I know you can yank it out. You're a strong boy. You almost got it. You almost got yanked out. There you go. What type of, like, religious, like, spiritual chant were you just doing over there? Is that like some, like, Neanderthalic animistic chant that were, like, to summon the rain gods or something? Like, we've had enough rain, bro. We don't need to summon more rain.
No, we need to summon all the rain gods.
No, no more rain gods. If any, like, I'd prefer the snow gods that we had for, like, a day.
No.
But then it got washed away in rain. Rain. More rain. Now the rest of the country, what fucking belt buckle is that? Is that like, what the fuck is that? Is that like some goddamn, like...
I think the snow guys you get for 4 or 5 months.
Bruh, I'm going to Texas, didn't you know? Go big or go home.
What in the...
Wait a minute, I'll take it off and I'll let you see.
Yeah, like, let me show the stream. Look at this fucking thing. This thing is goddamn ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
This thing is fucking... Look at the size of this thing. It's fucking ridiculously huge. This is a... Like...
That's a badass bell buckle.
I mean, I'm not gonna... Like, it's more like an ornament stand that you put on a wall. Like, this is like a garnishment for a belt buckle. Like...
Nah, bro, I told you, I'm going Texan, man. I'm gonna go down to Texas.
Like, it's so, like, intense. Like, this thing weighs a pound. Like, this thing has actually got weight.
Put that as a trophy and you put it in your trophy chest.
I know, seriously. This is like a fucking, like... That's fucking huge. Yeah.
It's not
This
fucking
is like
huge.
you put this in a trophy. There's a plaque on the back of this fucking thing. What does it even say? Jamming into the wind on a long straight stretch, kicking it in the ass coming out of the tight curve, or maybe just a slow cruise on a balmy night. Balmy night? Okay, whatever. It's a feeling you can only get on two wheels, and there's nothing else like it in the world. Well, yeah, I can't disagree.
Not bad as the wrestling belt buckles.
Oh my
Man,
god, those
yeah.
championship belts. It just got these fat things that they're basically gonna wear as like goddamn like fucking like just adornments and shit.
Just, like, evolve a little bit.
K180, made in US of A, 1987, and Delavan, Wisconsin. Delavan, Wisconsin.
Alright. How much does everyone think? On the screen, we'll add it. How much do you guys think I paid for this?
That's like the size of Ignar's hat. Yeah, I mean, how much would this be? I don't, like...
Dude, feel the front of it, though. The front of it's like...
Yeah, well, they're straight up, like...
Made out of.
Steel, I imagine? Like titanium?
Nah. It's probably fucking,
Probably
cast...
pewter.
No, it's probably cast iron.
It looks like pewter, but
It's either Peter or cast iron. Because it's not... It's not that heavy.
Stefan's saying $39.99, so $40. I'm gonna say 50.
Is anyone else on the chat?
yeah, it feels like pewter.
Peter? Okay. Well, this is...
It looks like pewter.
It's fucking huge.
It's not that big.
Just a guess.
It's not that big?
I've seen bigger.
You've seen bigger?
I've seen bigger.
Where?
On wrestling.
No.
And besides that,
Dude,
I don't even count those. Those
I've
are
seen
like...
some at horse rodeo competition.
Yeah, you get like
Okay,
rodeo
that-
belt buckles.
They're
like, no.
The wrestling things. Oh, we have to be bigger than everyone else. I need a
No,
belt
like
that
the
covers
rest-
the entire front of my body.
It's like a torso. Yeah, it's like a torso. Yeah, it's like a half torso thing or something.
Nah.
It's like a half corset or some shit.
Yeah, they're like this big.
Yeah.
They're like those
Harley
big...
with the wrestling belt buckle, that would be amazing. Oh my god.
No, never. Okay, did anyone else guess on the stream?
It was just the 40 and the 50, I guess.
You're both wrong.
20?
Nope.
30?
Nope.
80?
Nope.
10?
Nope. Oh, man. Yeah, no. I had to rethink that.
15?
No.
8? 5?
No.
90?
No. $12.
Where do you fucking find these things?
Pretty good. Well, $12 it's obviously pure.
Where do I find these things? I'm a genius. That's how I find these things.
I mean, that doesn't explain it.
You got it at an antique store. That. There.
There. Are you happy now? It was a thrift store. God.
Fucking thrift store.
Doing this enhanced interrogation on me. What the fuck, bro?
Dude, I also, I got a, Happy Days lunchbox from, like, 90s Repop. That's fucking badass. Oh, speaking of Happy Days. Hey!
He's not doing his pose. He looks like he's...
Who's that? Probably don't know how Fonz.
Yes,
He kind of looks like... Let me, like, get a look at his face there. Like, he just...
This episode is sponsored by... whatever the fuck that says.
J.J. Walker. Fonzie was...
Hey!
I mean, he looks like he has, like, this sense of... He doesn't necessarily want to take the picture at that current moment in time because they, like, were 1 second, early on taking the shot. And is mildly frustrated at the photographer for taking the shot a little too early because he, wasn't quite ready.
He did it so where he became a wrestler.
He just kind of looks like he's mildly frustrated with the picture.
I forget the name of it, but where Fonzie became a wrestler.
Oh, no. No. The most famous episode that everyone knows from Happy Days is Fonzie jumps the shark.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
where the term jump the shark comes from.
Yeah.
You've been around too long, it's time to give it up.
Jump the shark, man.
No, I started to read it. It's actually pretty fucking interesting article.
Huh.
Yeah, you became a wrestler, you know, like the WWF wrestling thing. That's a good movie.
There's just a random ass dollar right here.
That's actually $2.
Oh, okay, $2.
He's just like, well, fuck you too then, bitch.
Oh
My God.
Alright. I was gonna do something.
Carol and Krista. Yay, happy Georgia.
Fuck it, I'll just do it tomorrow.
Nightly routine.
I'll come
GLHF.
back tomorrow and fucking...
Tomorrow? I mean, it's only...
Oh, I need to call my dad.
It's only like 10 till 7 o'clock.
Huh?
It's only 10 till 7 o'clock.
I was gonna save your neighbors, but okay, fuck it.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. It's not like late.
Yeah.
The point is, do I really want to jack the fucking car up?
Basically, are you gonna be like, do I want to be a lazy fuck today, or do I not want to do that?
Hey, fuck you, I work today, leave me alone.
Well, you're working tomorrow?
When do I not work?
Fair enough.
Giving blood.
I mean, I'm working tomorrow too, so I'm technically like 3:30 or some shit. So
That was my plan, was to come over fucking...
Oh, it's trash night, so if you...
okay. Well, I know that.
Put on my jacket.
Are you having issues getting that button on there?
You know, go fuck yourself. It's a
Tyler,
new jacket, leave me
stop
alone.
Giving blood
A
here.
new jacket, like I could tell it's new, but like I
Oh, there we
mean,
go, it's the other way.
but you're having some issues. Yeah, there you go. I think now you're absolving your issues.
Wait. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Yeah, you know what, fuck you. It's not really obvious where the fucking button things are on this.
Usually for jackets like that, it should be on like both ends of them.
You have double buttons.
The double button. The double button.
The old
Double
ones are
button.
actually 2 buttons, but the new ones just have decorative
I just
buttons
figured
on
out
one
it had
side.
buttons. Leave me alone, guys.
Yeah.
No. I plan on pissing off.
I'm tired of bleeding everywhere.
I plan on pissing off every fucking Ghostbuster fan ever. And what I'm about to do to Slimer. No!
What? Give it as a dog toy?
No!
What are you gonna do to it?
I'm
Butt
gonna
plug?
turn it into a cane.
Oh, a cane.
Yeah. So basically, the bottom comes
A
off.
whooping cane?
Huh?
A whooping cane?
No, it's a cane. Jesus.
Well, you
I
have to have a whooping cane.
I have a rat feet cane that I took the, one of the rat feet toy I had. That was just roaming around, and I mounted it to a cane because I thought it would be fucking badass, and it is badass. So I was like,
So is that your whooping cane?
You're the only one that calls them rat fix since I was a kid.
yeah, that's his name.
Now it's just like trolls.
Oh God, no.
They're not. That's not even what they're called now. Like I mean, they're just called
Now
rat
they're
fink.
called trolls.
Your dad probably remembers this from the.
That's not what
from
troll
back in
means
the day.
anymore.
These are so much fun. I paid way too much money for this, but
Yeah, if you're paying way too much money for something like that, then they're low key evaluations.
huh?
Huh?
Hey. No, that's it. That's it for the cool shit.
Getting called out.
Miniature pizza that looks like a rat suit on it, but other than that...
Oh, those go with Slimer.
So with what?
Slimer.
Oh.
This guy.
Oh, you stick them in his mouth.
Yeah, you stick him in his mouth.
Do they shoot?
Just force feed them.
Huh?
Do they shoot?
No. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be cool.
That would have been cool,
You could
actually.
squeeze Slimer and shoot a pizza at you. That'd be great.
I wish I worked today. I've been stuck at home since Saturday. Ugh.
Carolyn. Ready?
Yeah, I
Oh, you
mean.
talking about Stefan?
Yeah. Well, that's what he was saying.
Wait a minute. Better question is, it's a lug wrench still over where I left it. That'll determine.
Probably not.
God. I need to invest in a goddamn lug wrench.
fucking
go
yay.
hang out for a while, because I don't feel like fucking dealing with the car. Actually, no. I'm gonna go start the car, actually. People start. Piss off your neighbors in another way. I'll save the grinding until I have daylight. Because I gotta measure the exhaust pipes. I gotta take the one that's on the driver's side.
You're still dealing with those fucking things?
I have to make them even. You can't have one that's longer than the other.
Oh
I've been
my
putting it off.
God.
I've been putting it off because I don't want to deal with the rain.
Well, well, you have a cover for that now.
Yeah, but I haven't had a fucking decent day off where I'm not super fucking exhausted.
Well, just start telling me where to fuck off and actually have some days off and shit.
You're preaching to the choir, brother. You're preaching. Well, actually, you're not preaching because you got the same fucking issue at your work.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they'll just, like, cut hours and shit because they, quote, can't afford the labor hours and shit. So sometimes
Bullshit.
it's the other way around. Yeah, exactly.
Bullshit, motherfuckers.
Yeah, one, it is bullshit, you know, especially after the holiday seasons. And two, it's just like, I mean, it's just basically a way to, you know, not have to pay the workers, you know, further and shit.
Oh, wait, which car am I gonna take with me? I'll leave that one here. I'll take one of these with me.
10-foot exhaust pipes. Make them both ridiculously long.
No, we're not going Mad Max. Dude, I want to find that guy who has that fucking, that Mad Max car that I keep seeing around town.
Who?
There's a dude rolling around, and he has, the car from Mad Max.
Huh.
He has a replica of the car from the movie, and I really just want to talk to him.
It's just what I just want to talk to him. Starts loading a 12 gauge. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to
I
talk
don't want
to him.
his car.
I just want to talk to him.
Not everything to deal with me is violence, okay?
It's a meme. It's the whole like Peter Griffin meme where he's like where Meg is trying to get him to like stop freaking out, where he's loading up a shotgun. He's just saying, I just want to talk to him, and then like at the very last second he says, I just want to shoot him. Like right after he clanks it and loads one in the chamber, like then he says, I just want to shoot him. But after all that time, it's like, I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
I just want to
talk to him.
Fucking face.
I just want to talk to him. Alright, I just want to shoot him. It's just like...
Get back in the box. In the box.
It's a funny little meme. I love it, though. I mean, Family Guy still has this little charm every now and then, but...
Yeah, I won't.
From what I understand, it's fallen off, and I haven't really watched it and shit like that in a long time anyway.
Family Guy's ass now. It's fucking hot garbage.
Well,
Hot.
at least it's probably not like The Simpsons and shit, because Simpsons should have just stopped a long time ago.
Oh, they're not even fucking relevant anymore.
Yeah, they are. They're still airing. They're straight up still airing new episodes and shit.
I know, but they're fucking trash.
That's what I mean. And honestly, they've been like that for a long time.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I've watched Family Guy since high school. I mean, every now and then I'll still watch some Family Guy and shit, but, I mean, it's because every now and then there could, you know, still be some good episodes.
Positive is black, red is negative.
From what I understand, like, their latest season, because I've seen some clips of that on YouTube and shit, from what I understand, like, the newest season they've done is actually not too bad. But I haven't, yeah, from what I understand, but I haven't seen any of it, aside from a couple clips. Because they have kind of, and from what I've seen in the clips, they have taken a totally different, you know, kind of route a little bit. So I'm actually kind of, you know, curious to see where, you know, what they're doing with it. So I might also watch the newest season of Family Guy just to kind of see what, you know, what the route change is that they did, or, you know, what courses they kind of went with it.
God damn, this thing's fucking heavy.
Or really, that's the opposite. Usually red is positive.
What?
I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying about whatever. Like, red is positive. Something about red being positive.
Oh, do I have it backwards? Wait, who said that?
Stefan.
Okay. While hooking up a car battery, red's positive, black is negative, right?
Yeah. Red is positive, yeah.
Yeah. I said it backwards over there, that's why he said something. No, Mr. Paul, maybe I want to blow myself up. Maybe I'm tired of living.
Ugh.
I don't make enough money.
literally nobody does. Like, welcome to America.
I know, right? Should be our
So where,
slogan.
like, everybody besides the 1% barely makes enough to live. I mean, actually, I was going to kind of, you know, delve into some different things like that anyway, you know, see what is going on in the world with that, you know. It's from what I understand, because, like, the current...
I'm so sad you guys didn't get to go to a Tool, though.
I know, you know, I mean, yeah, I'm a little bummed, but, you know, what can you do? I'm not mad at anybody or anything. It's just like, fuck COVID.
It's really, because the only person you can blame, really, is Logan. Because Logan was the one who didn't want to drive all the way up there.
Well,
but
I mean, the thing is, like, my funds too, you know, were, you know, I was kind of starting to, you know, like, without Stefan, I would have to really stretch my funds then, because there'd be the possibility of, you know, I mean, him driving, but, you know, which that wouldn't do much anyway, but, like, if that wasn't the option, like, you know, there was an Amtrak idea, you know, that was kind of thrown out there a little bit. There's a few different ideas.
Yeah, I know there's a fucking couple ideas thrown out there, and I was just like...
But, I mean, to get that much effort, especially so last second, you know, it's like, fuck. You know, it was just probably better to, you know, have a time where we, make sure, yeah, Zukov will actually chew on that. But, yeah, it's just... I mean, we'll just plan up for the triple dip with Royal Blood and Rage. Because honestly, that's, you know, the next concerts that are happening, you know, from what I understand.
Dude! I can't wait for Royal Blood.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be a fucking sick-ass show.
So are you going? Are you going to double dip or just go to the Portland one?
Is there two?
Yeah, Tacoma is on the 30th, and the May 1st, May Day, is Portland. And then Rage Against the Machine is in Portland on the 2nd.
Oh, I might have to go to...
I'm doing all three of them. But,
Oh,
you have to buy the Rage Against the Machine tickets individually, because doing it all as a group is
too expensive?
Yeah.
Ooh, how much is Rage Against the Machine?
I think individually 150, but that could rise if we don't jump on it. So I'm going to probably jump on that first. Just to guarantee, you know, that I can go to that.
Alright, when you buy a ticket, give me one, and I'll pay you back. Which I don't have either.
Well, I will have to buy them individually, but I guess I can do that.
Yeah. I'm good for the money.
But, well, the thing is, though, I'm stretched as it is, too, so I can't really necessarily just, you know, buy it, you know...
Alright, I'll give you the money first and then buy me.
Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna have to at least, you know...
I'm probably not gonna dip on the Royal Blood, depending on how much tickets are.
Well, Royal Blood's gonna be cheaper. Royal Blood's $45.
For both shows?
Yeah, I assume so.
I might double dip. If I can get the time, if I can get, like, put in a time request off...
I already have. Like, I'm guaranteeing that shit.
For it, then yeah.
Like, yeah, I made sure that I had the 30th, 1st, and 2nd off, and I told my assistant... I made sure my assistant manager...
If not, the shows are probably after I get off work anyway.
Yeah. They're going to be, yeah. Like, I mean, I also told my assistant manager, because our manager right now is on vacay, so, you know... I'll be able to, you know, make sure that that's at least forwarded, so... And plus, it's so far ahead that it shouldn't be a big deal.
Dude, Rage Against the fucking Machine. That's gonna be sick.
So $9 in total, I'll cover gas.
What, for,
Royal Blood.
Come on, Six.
Then there's Tacoma, then there, you know, obviously...
I'm probably not gonna double dip on that.
Just the Portland one?
Yeah, it's the Portland one.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna... I'm triple dipping, that's for sure.
As much as I love Royal Blood, I need to start thinking about the car.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be the year of fuck 2020 and 21, so... I'm gonna try to unleash on concerts if I can.
It's like, I have some fucking expensive ass parts I gotta buy for that car, so...
Yeah.
I can't be... I'm putting myself on, like... strict fucking, like, guidelines from now on about spending money. That this splurge is the last one I'm gonna have. Don't look at me like that.
I can think of different times you've said this.
This time I mean it. I really want to get the car running for an event that's gonna happen later this year, and I really want to take it with me.
What, like September or something?
Yeah.
Well, it's the time frame.
Like, I'm already talking, I already put the, like, the word out for fucking, Logan to get a hold of the forest to see what he'll trust me to put new floorboards in it. Like, I'm not worried about the trunk pan.
Take off. Make sure he's not chewing on it.
Just chewing on a stick.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
You know what? Instead of taking the grinder, I can just borrow the hacksaw. This is a much quieter solution for the apartment.
Yeah. That actually very much is a far quieter solution.
You know, I'll borrow your hacksaw instead. I'm just gonna walk down the road with a hacksaw. Cops are totally not gonna be like, why do you have a hacksaw, sir? I'm just gonna go cut some metal, geez.
Oh, the video I shared earlier with DFS like whole onion thing. There's an entire segment just dedicated for you. The fuck the police segment.
Oh my god, I gotta watch that.
I could find it.
I must see this fuck the police.
I mean, it's literally a whole fat, like, I'm pretty sure at least like an hour segment.
Okay, maybe not now, but...
Well, not now, obviously. I said some of it.
Okay. Leaving both grinders here. I'll definitely be back tomorrow to definitely finish some stuff off on the car. I'm definitely gonna go fire it up. That she'll fire up.
Yeah.
Well, no, it needs...
You will get like a landlord-tenant dispute or something. Yeah. And when you see how the cop reacts, I don't want to.
Here, I can show you.
Yeah, this is the best one you're gonna get. So you say this cop is way out of fucking line.
Oh, you gotta share it with me too.
Hey, and I will too for everyone else.
People are gonna imagine it. Look,
Here, I'll do this so we can see better.
Imagine a couple of cops.
I already paid him.
You want to see?
Solid idea, Paul. A couple cops in the basement, and they're gonna be.
Couple cops in what?
In the basement. See?
You're supposed to out in the basement?
Fuck the police. A cab all the way.
Yeah. And at the end, they probably give her an Applebee's gift card and say, "Have a pleasant day." Oh, we love you so much.
This one employee was complaining because his boss didn't pay him like $950 paycheck that he owed.
Oh,
So
damn.
he came and dumped like 9,100
Oh, I heard something about that.
pennies in the driveway covered with oil.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
hell yeah.
Well, no, was that the boss who did it? Or...
Obviously, cause
Yeah,
the guy
well,
was-
it's just like...
the guy was complaining, just like, you owe me my last paycheck.
Yeah, like, I mean,
So he came in and dumped the
that's
I
just
would
fucking
fucking
shitty.
oil-covered pennies.
Okay, this should tell you how shitty our fucking police system is. So, we got, somebody busted our window in our store,
Uh-huh.
and the fucking cops kept driving by, and they're waiting for the cops to show up, because they can't touch anything.
Yeah.
4 hours later,
One finally shows up.
one finally shows up. And
Wow.
they're like, yeah, there's basically nothing we can do about it. If we find him, we find him. And this fucking dude who robbed us is fucking stupid. Like, I don't condone criminals. Alright,
Well, yeah.
I do, but I don't. But
Well, there's like, some
this dude's a
ethics.
fucking idiot. He busted in the store for a couple packs of fucking cigarettes. That's all he grabbed was cigarettes, and then left. Me and
I'd at least get a carton or two.
I mean,
I'm like, I told my boss.
I mean, if he was trying to, like, grab them for himself and you're robbing the place, you might as well grab all of them and you have to fucking sell on the street or something, make a buck.
Squeaker written all over.
Yeah, that's just, honestly, that really is. Like, an actual
so check
fucking
this.
desperate person would probably grab money in the drawer, all the cartons.
Man, I
and-
told my boss if I ever rob this place, I'm fucking taking everything that ain't fucking nailed down. Everything's gonna be gone. And then, when I'm leaving...
Because evidently the cop don't give a fuck.
And when I'm leaving, I'm gonna have a can of gasoline.
Well, you don't even need that. Just fucking light a cigarette, evidently, because you nearly burnt yourself and exploded the fucking place. So, evidently, just light a cigarette, toss it, and there you go.
Catch gasoline on fire.
Well, he's nearly he's literally almost
not
unalived
like-
himself twice.
But if
He's almost
you
burnt
light it-
himself and almost
when you light
exploded.
smoke, that'll catch gasoline.
No. So when it has fumes, it's because we had it in a container. I lit my cigarette and it went whoosh. Yeah, so yeah, you need spark. Like if I was to throw my cigarette out on like just a puddle of gas, it's gonna go out. Like it's not gonna catch
Yeah,
fire.
I saw that on Mythbusters. They tried as best as they could to light gas with cigarettes.
Yeah, it's a myth. It doesn't.
Well, it doesn't have a high enough temperature for it to really ignite it.
If you have an oxyacetylene torch, light a cigarette, stick the oxygen on there, pump it up, and your cigarette becomes like a torch. It's just like,
Huh.
gone.
That's pretty cool.
It takes like 10 seconds or so. Gone.
Hey, I want everybody that's ever said that at least it's a free country to watch this video of what happens when you don't pay your slave master their fucking tithe. You get ripped out of your home.
Oh, so is this an eviction?
Maybe.
Sounds like an eviction.
It might be.
Which should be criminal.
Right now, though.
It's the same everywhere.
Fuck landlords and fuck evictions.
No shit.
This is proof that our society is predicated on violence. You're seeing the end result of the irrefutable fact that everything in our society as it's structured is predicated on the threat of violence.
Because here's the violent thugs to kick you out of your home if you don't pay your rent. These are the sheriffs with the gun who, the Derek Jensen,
wait. But even if you don't pay your rent, you can technically call squatters' rights.
well, depending. Some places don't allow that. But also, cops don't give a fuck, you know?
Is it not like... Is that just like an Oregon thing, or...?
Maybe. I think that might be more specifically for an Oregon. I don't know. But, like, when it comes to, like, the whole fucking part of our society being, you know, directed straight to violence and shit, I mean, it is just an element of fact. I mean, Derek Jensen says this when it comes to our current sustainable way of living is predominantly sustained on the virtue of violence and the mass exportation or importation of resources. And this is just one of the results, at least for the violence end of it, where he uses the analogy of like, hey, do you pay rent? Yeah. What happens if you don't pay rent? Well, the sheriff is probably going to, you know, come by. Well, what does that sheriff have? Probably a gun. And what happens if you don't comply with that sheriff, you know, when they're kicking you out? He's probably going to use that gun. Or at least use violence. Look, he has his hand on the holster of his gun anyway, see? Like, I mean, there you go.
Fucking always do. What's new?
Yeah.
How do they know? That's how they know. Maybe they're police uniform somewhere.
I know that my neighbor has used some sort of complaint against me. If you look in the notes from the file, you'll see that there is a person called Ignar Stoner Wisdom, who is a superintendent, who is someone who is contrary to zoning in his house in order to protect my eviction. What this is the superintendent...
That's not food, dum-dum.
Okay,
listen to me.
So she's given them an explanation about what's going on with the situation, which is a fairly understandable thing. It sounds like, you know, she actually has like orders and files and stuff in place, you know, that should guarantee her, you know. So it sounds, from my understanding, it looks like these are Canadian cops, but like, you know, so this is something in Canada, Diet America. And it's just like, I mean, but it's the same thing over there too. Even if they might have squatters' rights, again, cops don't give a shit.
Listen to me. If you damage his property, can I finish my sentence?
No, fuck you,
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Look at this. Even though she prepared this very well-reasoned argument as to why she feels she's being harassed by a person who has too much power in the apartment complex. He's the building manager. He's got a vendetta. The cop goes straight into, I'm going to talk to you like you're a little child mode.
Yeah.
Doesn't try and hear her out, doesn't try and fucking explain his position with anything other than the threat of violence, because you want to know why? Because this dude doesn't like that this woman didn't swing his door wide open and just let these fucking guys walk in and search it, do whatever they want, grab her.
Yeah. Kick her out.
Are going to be arrested. And that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you with your...
Just threatening an arrest.
Okay, don't just speak over
You can say no.
What if she threatened to damage the property?
Am I under arrest?
Wait, she even threatens to damage the property?
No. Like, the idea is that the property manager has a vendetta against her and thinks that she's damaged her property and has filed a complaint, and that's why the cops are here. And on top of, you know, like, trying to evict her as well. That's why they're here. And obviously they basically have an authoritarian complex of wanting to fucking bust down our door and fucking, you know, search your... Yeah. Yeah. And people are wondering why these days... And you wanna know what the fucked up thing is? Like, this whole Fuck the Police segment they did was all within, like, the past month or two. Like, the most... like, the most oldest video they pulled up was back in November of 2021.
Yeah,
like,
dude, our police forces are fucking crap.
Yeah, and this is in Canada, so they're being more, quote, cordial than American cops, but honestly, their behavior ain't that much different.
American cops, they would just kicked in the door, pointing a gun at you and tell you get the fuck out the house or I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
And if you're black, they probably would have just shot you.
Oh yeah, that too. I wasn't gonna go there, but...
You don't listen.
Well, it's American cops in a nutshell.
You don't listen, pig.
You are going to be arrested. So do not damage anything.
Never touched his
Is that clear?
Sir, it's clear.
Thank you.
Go have a good day. I never touched his item. Enjoy your bullying of a position.
What,
Whoa!
oh, was that, you're supposed to do that? You're supposed to lunge at
Bullying of a
people?
position.
So what the fuck was that?
Dude,
Just
I would've
lost-
had like, I would've fucking came out and been like, what, punk? And fucking hit him with a bat or something.
I mean, well, then at that point you would.
I don't fucking care.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
self-defense. He fucking lunged at me.
I mean, honestly.
Am I supposed to just sit there and take that? Fuck no.
Yeah, honestly, no.
Beat the shit out of you with
I mean,
it.
honestly, like, at this point, especially when it comes to American cops, I really do think there should probably be a legal argument of, like, hey, is there a merit of self-defense when a fucking bloodthirsty fucking pig, you know, comes out with a gun charging at you, wanting to kill you? Like, yeah, probably.
It's not just like... It's like probably cops all the way around. They just have an attitude like they're fucking better than everyone else. It's like, no, dude. Just because you have a gun,
I mean, it basically enables people who are legit sadists who actually, like, you know, to enact harm and, you know, terror amongst, you know, the populace and shit. Like, it enables...
I'm walking away. I'm too angry.
I know, man. I feel ya.
You remember that's the only reason he didn't break that fucking door down and probably beat the fucking shit out of that woman and arrest her.
Yeah, he saw the fucking.
So wait a minute. So he says don't damage the property, but yet
he was going to potentially do it.
Damage the property. So wait, isn't that counterproductive to what he just fucking told her to do?
Well, it's okay if he damages the property because it's for the better good of the community.
Law enforcement, I can fucking do whatever I fucking want.
I mean, they're pretty much just, yeah, they're basically just fucking criminal gangs, but with fucking state-sanctioned badges on them.
Make up his, and then you
That's
know
what they are.
After that, he makes up a story.
Yep,
Never mind, I found this.
Tells a tale, finds a reason.
I'm gonna put it over here so I know where it's at.
So this is just the
I'm gonna leave it
arm
where
of
it's at, so
the,
your
arm
dad
of
knows
the
where it's
local
at.
state, the police,
I'm gonna take it smarter. I don't want your dad yelling
enforcing
at me.
the inhumane law that if you don't have enough money or that if somebody doesn't like you, that you can be uprooted out of your home. These cops really have no reason to even come and visit this woman because if they had evidence that she had destroyed any property or damaged it, they could come and arrest her for destruction of property.
Oh yeah.
So they're just there to act.
Yeah, because at that point they would have a thing called a warrant, and they can actually have a justification to potentially enter a property and you say, hey, we have a warrant, and we have the right to, you know, search your property and at least in the meantime detain you. If we see destruction of property, then we have the right to arrest you. Like, I mean, like if they had a warrant, like an actual due process, just, you know, quote, law and order society, like that would actually be the case, or they'd get a warrant from the judge and shit because of the complaint by the fucking manager of the property and shit. And then, if justifiable enough, issue a warrant, and then they can at least, you know, in the meantime, detain her for a moment outside, search the place. If they see any fucking damage, then, you know, then okay, then she's arrested or whatever the fuck. But, evidently, there's not enough evidence or any real case to it, and they just want to fucking, you know, enact their fucking authoritarian, sadistic, fucking Jingo Judge Dredd mentality on everybody. That's what she said, you know, bullying other people in their fucking position of power.
Jackboot fucking thug showing up over here. You better not damage nothing. Am I clear, little missy?
Talking to this woman who pays her own fucking bills, lives her own life like she's a little girl in pigtails on the playground that just kicked somebody in the shin. Fuck this setup. And you know who ends up in these fucking positions as cops?
Sadists.
The worst.
Misogynists.
The sociopaths. The people that couldn't hack it in the fucking army. The fat fucks with something to prove. They get their little 2-inch dick hard because they got a badge on. I can pull you over and treat you like
It's down the police.
I want. Fuck this paradigm and fuck anybody who argues for it or sucks the boot of it.
You can't come with me.
Oh, Paul,
Word
feed me more, King.
LAPD officers who ignored robbery to play Pokemon.
Good boy.
Well,
Right
word
back.
has it they were trying to get the charge.
Wait, cops are playing Pokemon Go and ignored a robbery? Oh my god. Like, the one rare time they should, like, this is what I hate about, you know, the cops, and this is why it's so fundamentally, you know, justifiable to be ACAB, you know, just honestly, objectively, and at least in America especially, because, like, the times they should actually do their jobs, they don't, and the one times they do their jobs utterly fucking incorrectly and horribly and like a bunch of barbaric fucking pig fucking savages and shit, then, you know, then they just go do that willy-nilly like it's, you know, just a fucking Tuesday. But the very few times they, you know, actually could be doing their job, they just, nah, there's nothing we can do about it. We're playing Pokemon Go, we're having too many donuts because we're a bunch of fat pigs.
I heard of something else, like not a Snorlax, like
A Mew? Maybe something cool like that?
maybe it says. I can't remember. I heard something other than that though.
Okay.
California Appeals Court has upheld the firing of 2 Los Angeles police officers who were caught playing Pokemon Go instead of responding to a robbery at the Crenshaw Mall in 2017. Court records show.
So this was years ago. Oh my god.
Its ruling Friday affirmed a decision by a lower court that the
I guess there's some updates to it.
To fire the 2 officers was justified. In doing so, they rejected a claim by the officers that the department had improperly used a digital in-car video recording of their private conversations in order to prove their misconduct. And another, that they were improperly subjected to questioning about their actions by a supervisor without legal or labor representation.
Hey, you know what?
It takes so ridiculously long to fire pigs. I mean, seriously. Like, man, like, when it comes to, like, I mean, at this point, it's just like, I mean, at least when it comes to the American system of, you know, policing and shit, it's like, isn't even, you know, like, is there even really, like, a need for their fucking asses just in general? Like, can, you know, like, because honestly, like, there's, you know, probably, you know, better argument to have, like, you know, some sort of, like, local city ran or, like, you know, county ran, like, fucking community watch agencies or some shit instead of, like, you know, sheriffs and cops and fucking doing shit. Because this is, like, I mean, because it's beyond fucking ridiculous and insane how, you know, these pig-ass motherfuckers can have just such a mass and delved culture of just, like, no, we're just above everybody. Like, there actually needs to be a fucking, you know, line of, you know, people who are, you know, in this whole quote-unquote protect and serve element, you know, of our community and shit, and also a part of them, and, like, actually knows it and, you know, is around that type of fucking community, too. Not just this fucking, like, I'm above the fray because I got a badge bullshit.
Why?
At least these cops, they didn't go shoot anybody. They didn't kill anybody. I mean, they didn't go harass anybody. They didn't abuse their authority. They simply just didn't respond. Was it a dereliction of duty or whatever? I mean, yeah, it probably was. But at least they didn't do any bad shit. They were just playing Pokemon Go.
I mean, if someone was like needing their robbery situation,
come on, TJ. They were playing a rare Pokemon. They're trying to get it. I mean, there's a robbery going on. Can they really stop that robbery, TJ? They can't do anything.
Possibly,
about that.
Yeah, they could.
They would have arrived too late. Come on, let them catch their Charizard or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
In my opinion, these cops are in dereliction of duty because when they stumbled upon said cache of mind control cards from Japan that are turning our children into soft, effeminate, staying at home till 35, living in a fucking room with a hump and an anime pillow. Right? You know what I mean? They should have immediately made a bonfire in the middle of that storm and burned all this shit. I think dude, any cop worth his or her salt, when they see one of these fucking things, they just confiscate every one of them and throw it in a fucking bonfire pit and burn this shit until there's not a Pokemon card left.
How dare you, dude?
Damn. He's going after the Pokemon fans.
How dare you? I was 11 years old. You want to take my 11-year-old cards when I was a kid?
Don't go after my Lucario, bro.
Burn my dreams up, Paul.
Lucario kind of based.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love how the people that have a Pokemon boner immediately out themselves by calling me a boomer.
Against Pokemon, the first movie.
Oh my god, the vitriol that you guys got was insane.
You fucking piece of shit! Fucking
don't like Pokemon. It's like, oh my
It's like,
god.
calm down, dude. It's a joke. Like, really, it's
Settle
like,
on down, motherfucker. What?
You can
Hey,
you
don't,
literally-
hey.
Listen,
Don't fuck on, my Pikachu's and my, evolved right, to a Raichu, okay? Don't fuck with my Charizards, okay? I have the best and rarest collections.
What's that?
so tonight you can literally log
And also,
off.
I have to Pokemon go to the pools, okay? Okay? Just to the pools.
You
Yes.
can fucking go outside.
Pokemon
with your
go
cell
to the
phone and
balls.
let the fake fucking augmented reality Dodon Rampa or whatever the fuck. I ain't gonna stop you, bro. Trust me, Pokemon ain't gonna end because my salty ass don't like it, alright?
God, that's
What are you doing?
Literally go into like fucking 5-alarm defense mode, bro. You know what? Paul fucking salty ass movement. It's like, Jesus Christ, the way to fucking out yourself is exactly the kind of milk-fed veal I was talking about, dude. Like,
milk-fed veal.
like, total
Stay in your little crate.
your fucking ego is so easily bruised that you're ready to go into a diatribe as soon as somebody mentions a joke about fucking Pokemon cards, bro.
Texas sheriff under investigation for routinely seizing cash from undocumented incidents. Search warrants show that
Wow. So, hey, it's a proper Texan way to make sure that, you look at one of those goddamn, fence shoppers, and then you just fucking, I tell you what, you just grab their money, and then you just say shit, and then you just say jackpot, baby. And that's what it is. It's a tax for coming over on that border. That's what it is, I tell you what, it's like, hey, if you're gonna come across, you gotta give me all your money. It's just like a goddamn, tell you what, it's a tax in for coming in here. There's a fee for entering the country, I tell you what, bah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, a literal highwayman? Like, a literal highwayman. Like, what the fuck? What a scumbag. Yeah, this is literally fuck the police hour now at this point, so.
by state investigators
Fuck cops.
illegally confiscating cash and a pickup truck from immigrants stopped by his deputies.
Look, TJ, it says right there, Rio County. They keep it real. You cross that border, I get to keep money. I get to keep
It's a fee. It's just a fee for crossing the border. It's a border fee. Didn't you know?
If they ain't exist in this country, Constitution.
Hey, does it cost money to go into another country because you have to, take some form of transit there? Yeah, that's right. So you walk the bare feet, you still gotta pay. You still gotta pay something. What you think it's for free? Think free to just do all day? What do you think you get paying for? I'll tell you what. Yeah, what do you think taxpayers supposed to? No, they're not supposed to pay for it. Nuh-uh.
They want their money taken. They stay on the right side of the border, Mexico, where they belong. Didn't think about that, did they?
I think the problem with
That's right. Amen there, cowboy. I tell you what. That right.
Instead of having them harassing immigrants and people that live in these areas, let's make this guy the head of the anti-Pokemon task squad. This guy knocks on your door.
Anti-Pokemon task squad.
And if there's a fucking Pikachu in there, there's a Pikachu in that motherfucker, guess who's getting zip tied up and taken to the
you look like a weeb. Let me on in there.
Let me on in that, boy. Now let's see that little book.
Oh my God.
You got there. It's like car protector to me.
Is that the car protector, sir? Drop the car protector, sir. Drop the car protector. Is that there
What's in there?
Naruto on your wall there, son?
Oh, that looks like the police side.
Where's Pokemon cards?
Son, I want you to run right in front of me. Put his arms up like that. Did you
Just tell me where they are. I don't want to tear your whole room apart.
Now, son, I do this for a living. Now, you gonna look me right in the eye and tell me that's not a pee-poo pillion? I've seen this kind of stuff, man. I live this kind of degenerate shit, man. That's a pee-poo pillion. You know it. You're going to fucking
You don't want to put back cops for but it's just these weeds that are busting in their Pokemon.
Oh my God. Okay, I would actually be okay with cops if this happened.
Like, why are we...
Oh my God. Like, reinstate live PD just so this could be a thing. Just so we could have the anti-Pokemon card task force, dude.
Are we harassing these poor, hard-working people that just want to come here and have a chance at life? Go harass these milk-fed fucking kids. Well, I say kids because they're acting like they're like 30-year-olds that are like still swinging on their mom's nip with every excuse in the book. Like, go harass these fucks and give them something to be interested in other than fucking
knocking the door with
fucking magic cards and shit, bro. That's fucking high school shit at best. In fact, dude, you were playing Pokemon. Pokemon, like, I think was out
Thanks
when
for
I was
letting
in
me
high school.
know.
When did it
What?
come out? Like 97?
Well, it's fucking lit myself up like a
Japan in like
Christmas
the
tree.
mid-90s, I think.
What?
I think 90.
Oh shit.
When did
5 or
Pokemon
96
cards
something?
become a thing? And like,
Oh,
was
when
it
I was 11, when I
Fucking
was like
Sukov.
98, probably like I was
97,
97, 98.
I almost.
Dude, you would have been
I
clowned
saw
on
the
if you
spark,
brought that shit to
and
school.
I tried to
playing.
fucking take it off,
No joke.
unplug it, and it almost
Nobody
freaking fried my
my
ass.
age, nobody 18
Oh, no.
plus was even looking at
Bro,
fucking
hey,
Pikachu,
hey,
let
you don't
alone
chew on shit
humping
like
a pillow
this.
of it at 30 years old.
Yeah.
Pikachu pillow?
Yeah.
Pikachu!
Did your
Oh,
dad
wow,
know?
that was so good, Pikachu!
Oh,
Well-
Pikachu!
Yeah, I think you knew.
Oh, Pikachu, you could have evolved into Raichu, but you didn't! Oh, but you didn't!
Oh, man, you're so adorable, Pikachu. It's just like you're calling me a different timed boomer, but it would like, okay, so my thing would be
Damn, I
like,
can't jump it now.
if I was really a boomer about this, or if I was on your level, I can't be a Pokemon fan, right? Because it didn't come out while I was a kid. I was like a fucking right at the end of my childhood.
Oh,
when the
you've
shit
been
hit the
fucking...
stores. So
you've been
here's what it would be like.
clowned on so hardcore if you've been a Pokemon fan. Like,
Here's
you're
what it would be
fucking
like.
almost 18.
This is Paul's ego coming to you from his mom's house.
Paul's ego.
Ninja Turtles all fucking day, bro.
The original Ninja Turtles was badass.
I'm 40 years old.
Yeah, but it was also fucking corporate shill haven because like they sponsored literally everything from Domino's to goddamn like fucking like Pepsi and shit. Like I mean, they basically became corporate whores very quickly.
Yeah.
As a way for children to basically do mass consumerism to the. Are you eating kiwi?
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably not ripe.
No, it is.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Soft as fuck.
Oh, well, I guess they are ripe. I guess they are ready to eat.
Converted.
You got me in the kiwi, bitch.
Well, enjoy my kiwis on Ignar's Kiwi Farm.
On Ignar
all
Kiwi
day.
Farm.
They're just.
I mean, I actually could have a kiwi farm. A random ass kiwi. Well, I have kiwi. I grow kiwis, dude. Yeah. And they're very prolific. Like, they grow ridiculously fast, and they also, you know, they, at least around in Oregon, they grow all year. So there will be kiwis on the vine essentially year round. And I guess right now they are ripe. But usually, at least around here, you would have to pick them first. But I guess not.
A good thing, so I'm sorry. Call me a boomer all you want, bro.
Season 2.
Did you not know even in the winter? Yeah, I have kiwis on it right now.
People are so fucking bad at this that they literally hypnotize.
Yeah, like I'll actually see different squirrels eating kiwis around here. Like they'll pick at the kiwis, and I'll see like kiwis on the ground that are like eaten by the squirrels and shit. Yeah, I'll see them. Yeah, all year.
You dupes, adults, into walking around your neighborhood looking at reality through your phone so that you could catch Dodo Rampa eggs.
Dodo Rampa.
Like you're actually gonna make an excuse. So you think I would be better off walking around my neighborhood with an app?
After 3 days to get my cheeks clapped, it's nice to do the clapping. Wait, you're doing the clapping? Wait, what happened to your cheeks getting clapped?
Points to get a free slice.
Were you...
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Cowabunga! Thanks, Donatello!
Like,
Oh,
holy
you got
fuck, I
silver
can't
power
believe you
bonus.
got, like you're 13 years old and you get a fucking rush because you found a fucking dodeca doo-doo or whatever the fuck, a dodo fucking hoo-hoo. What are you doing, bro?
Dodo hoo hoo waka widya bua. Like I think he's just he's just literally making gibberish now.
Money on
Yeah,
the line.
I read people trying to rope me into Pokemon Go, and it's like, oh, you have to go outside and you might interact with people, and I'm like,
That was when I was
thanks.
unsold. I mean, I've never played.
No thanks.
That was the idea of Pokemon Go. It's like, hey, are you a kid who plays video games and stays inside? Well, here, go outside, but still play a video game.
The thing was, when
Lol.
Show because you're a freaking pervert, dude.
I was in school, though, yeah, that's true. When
It's
I was
like,
in
wow.
school, though, it was like fucking. They wanted to, like everybody was playing fucking Pokemon.
Oh god, yeah.
It was like insanely popular. Like
Did I ever-
90% of everybody had Pokemon.
Honestly, the biggest game in high school is Magic: The Gathering. Like that was the big fucking meme. Magic: The Gathering, fucking hacky sack. But at least hacky sack was kind of fun
Horizon Middle School, and it was like
because you're just kicking a bag
Mom's
basically.
basement. Me? What I did? Because I watched this show.
Bro.
fucking
Oh, I got 2 of
years
these. Cool.
ago when I was a
In
kid.
Southern Louisiana, you can't have basements. She has to get out of his mom's attic.
Yeah. Get on my mom's
It's-
attic.
I don't even have a basement. I have a crawl space.
When I was growing up, my fucking.
I love this idea that like pretty much everyone has a basement. It's like mom's basement, lol. It's like not everyone has a basement.
Good show.
Right,
Ninja
mine too.
Turtles, Thundercats, that was the kind of shit that was
Yeah.
like a check in my
Joe.
generation.
Thunder, thunder, thunder.
The Thundercats are pretty cool.
Transformers.
Not my time, but still pretty cool.
I don't continue to be obsessed with those things.
Like SpongeBob, Ed and Eddie,
I like them.
Courage Cowardly Dog.
Still, but it's
But I'm not like heavily obsessed with this shit
I
though.
feel like
People that, like-
I don't know. I feel like me and Paul, and like even though we might still have some affinity for those properties, we've grown out of them more than a lot of your generation has grown out of Pokemon.
I will tell you
I
that.
mean, hey. At least I'm one of the rare few that has grown out of shit. Okay? Fuck you. I'm one of the rare few that's grown out of it. It's just like, I mean, if anything, it's just adopted and evolved into just furries instead. Because you don't necessarily have to, like, keep being attached to anything. It's just like an endless imagination world of have it your way. You know what I mean? It's like Burger King. Have it your way.
Somebody's like, dude, Ninja Turtles suck. I don't like immediately launch into defense mode and start
Leonardo was
boomers
a
kind of
surprisingly complex character, and Master Splinter had a lot of wisdom. And I have taken that wisdom and applied it to my life in several ways that you don't understand.
This
The
is-
deep, nuanced complexity that is the teenage
Just in
mutant.
time. I tell you what, dude.
At least for me, like, if someone said, like, oh, you know, these shows that, like, I would venerate, you know, suck, I wouldn't go on a hardcore defense, but I'd be like, man, you know, I don't know. I started watching them, and they were actually pretty cool and shit, you know, but whatever. It's more of like a whatever, because honestly, it's just, who cares, but there are people, especially weeaboos, when you criticize their most sacred anime, like, they'll literally, like, go into like, I will die on this hill with my sword, and I'll slay every single one of you before I die, like type of shit. It's like, whoa, dude, chill.
I have a small contained fire in my backyard, so if you want to send me some Pokemon cards and plushies, I'll use them for kindling and make a ideology out of it, dude.
Make a ideology.
Problem getting rid of some of those things off the face.
Weave power hour of Ignar
Rare Pokemon cards.
One of these days you might get it. It might be a title for a stream one day.
$1 million Charmander, and I'll wipe my ass with it and flush it down the fucking toilet.
What the fuck happened to her?
Out of her.
By the
A woman charged with DWI following alleged beating by EPPBD.
Following alleged beating by EPPD officer was not intoxicated. I don't know that it would make a difference if she was when they beat the shit out of her, but
Yeah, they kind of beat,
wasn't, just
like,
for the record.
she wasn't drunk, but yet she was allegedly drunk and charged for a DUI,
No one
and she got the
fucking.
fucking shit kicked out of her by a bunch of pigs.
Good morning. The mornings are always the worst. My eyes are burning.
They beat her over damn pole.
She literally got, like,
Fuck out of
beaten
it.
the
To
fuck
black
out
your-
of.
both your eyes out like that. She just got her the fuck beaten out of her.
She's, Jesus.
What did she do?
Nothing.
What did she do to?
What?
What even happened?
No one, no woman, like, you know, needs to get, like, the shit kicked out of her like that. Like, what the fuck?
In
Nothing.
any way, shape, or
There's no
form,
way
and why
it
would
was
the people
A
that did
woman
that to her?
who accused an El Paso off.
Like, can we get, like, a bunch of fucking, like, just, like, straight up, like, manically charged bulls to fucking just, like, trample whoever the fuck was doing this shit? Like, just get a bunch of just straight, like, steroid-injected bulls and just fucking have them just, like, do a stampede. And just, like, have these people, like, you know, just tied on the ground, can't leave, can't move, just stuck there. Like it's some, like, body vacuum sealed cocoon chamber or some shit. And then just a horde of just steroid injected fucking red berserker rage mold, just fucking, like, the most, like, muscly of bulls that you can think of, just charging. Full speed, full energy, full ham.
An officer of beating her following a crash was arrested for reportedly driving while intoxicated and had her driving privileges restored, according to a document her attorney provided. On Friday, Anna Marie Barnes' attorney Randall Callanan released a letter from the Texas Department of Public Safety that stated the 30-year-old's license was reinstated due to past blood or breath results.
So I'm actually not intoxicated. So that's another thing. A lot of these cops do this to people. They say, look, they're field trained, and they say, look, I'm detecting signs of impairment, TJ. You're clearly intoxicated.
Does it matter what she did? Booger F? Yeah.
Yeah. If she pulled out a gun or a knife and was trying to kill the cop, and she got beaten the fuck out of her, then maybe people could understand what had happened. Like,
Yeah,
that could have
just got pulled over.
Yeah, like that can actually be somewhat of a justifiable position where it's like, oh shit, she was trying to like, you know, stab his cops, but instead of the cops just doing full out, you know, just shooting her in the face, they decided, you know, hey, let's just beat the shit out of her and arrest her. I mean, that can at least be somewhat understanding, because I guess that's like an incapacity. It's still excessive use of force, but at least, yeah, but like, I mean, at least it's still somewhat of a understandable position of like, okay, she tried to like, you know, shank one of these guys and got the shit kicked out of her and arrested. Like, okay, you know, like, I mean, that makes a little bit more sense. Probably shouldn't have the shit kicked out of her like that, but I mean, hey, you know, like, don't try to stab a cop, but that's literally not what fucking happened. She didn't do jack shit. Like, she, you know, apparently was intoxicated according to the cop and shit, and they decided to beat the fuck out of her for it.
Like, holding a bunch of
So for no reason.
Or she's got a fucking grenade that she's about to chuck into a kindergarten. Yeah, I'm fully okay with a cop tackling her and busting her up pretty good.
Yeah,
Take her down.
I mean, seriously, like, there could be exceptions to a scenario why someone got their ass kicked by a cop, but, like, I mean, unless those scenarios are in place, like, I mean, there's no reason for it. And usually if those scenarios are in place, they usually just go ahead and shoot the person anyway, because they're fucking bloodthirsty fucks.
So, like, you get pulled over, TJ, I detected odor of marijuana, I can look at your eyes, I'm detecting intoxication,
TJ,
go on. Pass the breathalyzer test, you pass the blood test, but it doesn't matter. It just simply doesn't matter.
Oh, come on.
They want to arrest you.
What do you mean, oh, come on? So you're telling me if some crazy fuck wigs out on you, you don't want the cops to show up? Like, what is this absurdity?
I guess not.
No,
There
because
is a
the cops aren't
line
going to
where
do
it's
shit
like,
when
yeah,
they get there.
I mean, also, I mean, even if they do show up, they usually escalate and make the problems worse than not.
Okay, I've literally seen a fucking cop arrest a fucking tweaker, go 5 blocks down, and let him go again.
Wow.
So, you know...
Wow. It's like, hey, I exceeded my quota. I actually don't need to arrest you. Here you go. You're off.
Like, I don't know why you let him go, but obviously they didn't give a shit.
I'm not surprised. I mean, yeah, I know we're, like... I'm not surprised either, like, I could see various different reasons for that. Like, the dude literally didn't want to deal with the paperwork of having to arrest the guy. Maybe he exceeded the quota anyway and didn't really want to deal with extra bullshit or whatever the fuck. You know, maybe the dude wasn't actually, you know, doing a crime in his eyes.
Oh, no, he was.
Well...
Hey, throwing shit at cars is a crime.
Jacking what from what?
Throwing shit at cars?
Well, yeah, it's kind of vandalism. Yeah. Did not see that coming. See my pun? Well, yeah. It's all harassment. Cops don't actually care about crime. They just like harassing poor people. Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's just a way to intimidate them and be like, hey, know your place.
Needs to be
It's the same thing for this woman, because not because we're still on the fuck the police hour, but like this woman who was allegedly intoxicated, even though she wasn't, was beaten the shit out of by a bunch of cops and charged with a DWI, even though she wasn't drunk or anything like that. And
what a bunch of shit.
Yeah, and it's just like, what? I mean, and then somebody in their chat when it was live was just like, I mean. It was just like, wait, you know, is there any reason why, you know, this should be happening? It's like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, and it's like, yeah, I mean, there's very rare occasions where, you know, cops should even be like, you know, quote unquote being chefs. So, like, if the lady was trying to stab a cop or something like that, or shoot the dude, I can understand why the cop might, you know, tackle the lady and, you know, put a few swings into her. You know, and then arrest her after that, where she gets a bunch of black eyes and gets, you know, whooped up a little. But, like, while still excessive force, that can at least be like, all right, you know, I'm trying to, you know, go after, you know, the dude or whatever the fuck. All right, you know, somewhat justifiable.
I'm gonna be smart this time. This is how you don't lose your fucking truck key.
I wonder what would happen if Ignar load bearded Paul's ego. No. I wouldn't. I don't want to do that.
Wait, what?
I don't want to do that to Paul. Load bearded. It's basically when you come in a beard.
Oh! Oh, okay.
Load bearded.
Did not know
I
that.
also found out what pocket socking was.
Oh, I know what that is. I think I know what that is, at least. Isn't that when you come in a sock?
No. Okay, so do you know about the Alaskan pipeline?
No.
You don't know about that either?
You're naming a bunch of shit. I have no clue what it is. Are these all like sex acts?
Yeah. Well, the pocket socking thing isn't necessarily, but the Alaska pipeline is. I don't want to mention it.
Wait, isn't the... wait. Isn't the Alaskan pipeline where you have a person here, and then a person there, and a person there? And...
No, that's just a fuck line. Poop
Right.
socking, like Fortnite kids. Yeah, poop socking.
Poop socking?
Was I saying pocket socking? I meant poop socking.
Oh, I get what you... Oh!
But it's not necessarily socks, it's any article of clothing, because basically it's mostly around the gamer culture, because like, hey bro, you know, we really gotta complete this match, but I gotta go to the bathroom, but then it's just like, nah, I'm just been poop socking, bro. You know, and it's just like...
That's fucking foul.
Basically, well, the idea is that you discard it, at least hopefully, you know, once you use your article of clothing, but... Yeah.
Why do I need to know this? Why?
Because America, bitch.
Fuck America. Fuck America, and fuck us for being this weird.
The human species is a wondrous thing, isn't it?
No, it's fucking cancer.
Well, I was hoping you were gonna hint to sarcasm in my voice.
Yeah, I did, but still, America's fucking cancer.
Have you heard of a Cleveland steamer?
Yeah! Oh! Fuck you guys! That shit is disgusting!
I don't know what that is. That was the chat that meant what?
Does he mean the Cleveland steamroller?
The Cleveland steamer, that's all he said.
Yeah, I know what he means. You fucking foul, nasty, whoever you are.
It's Venom.
Fucking nasty fuck. You're probably into that shit, aren't you?
What is it?
Do you want to know? I want to spare your life here.
Just...
It's what a woman shits on your chest.
Oh, so it's just some scat shit. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I told you, bro.
Man, what's wrong with people?
People are fucking disgusting. That's what's wrong with people. People are foul. Very foul.
Dude, my chest feels uncomfortable. Like, it has an odd sensation. I'm clenching my...
Like,
I'm clenching my chest right now, like...
I'll full fucking admit, I'm fucking kinky. I'm all into the other. Like, I'm into water sports. But you even try to take a fucking shit on me.
Did anyone need to know that? Oh my god.
You
Well,
even try to take a shit on me, I'm fucking stabbing you. That's grounds for getting stabbed.
they're rubs it on you. So what's wrong with...
Wait, what?
No, Venom was emphasizing. He was clarifying further. It was no different than your definition. He just emphasized a little extra additive.
Well, yeah, they go deeper, but I don't...
Okay. Can we make time out Venom Lamau? No!
We're gonna kick Venom out now.
No, he's my boy.
He's the boy who talks about scat now, bro.
Well,
There is some...
well, he wasn't the one who initially brought it up, to be fair.
Okay, well, we'll give them a slide.
I think I was the one who brought it up.
No, but there is some parts I need ordered later. In a couple weeks, probably.
It's one thing we can use that to mock Fortnite kids. Yeah, at least we can mock them with poop socking.
The fuck is wrong with the gamer culture?
I'm a gamer and I don't know, man.
It's called pause the fucking game and go use the bathroom.
Well, the thing is, they're multiplayer games. You can't pause them. Like, you know, when you're in the middle of a match, you're in the middle of a match. Like, I mean, and I understand this. Like, I mean, you know, where it's just like, hey, you know, like, if...
This is it's about as bad as Gabe with the fucking pee jar.
See, I just don't... I don't go that far. Like, I can hold it, you know? Like, I can hold it, and then once I'm done with the match, then I go. And the thing is, like...
No, fuck that. Just end it and just, like, be like, oh... Not... It's
but sometimes...
Not that important.
Well, the thing is, there's also some games you can hide away, you know, camp for a second and run off for like 1 minute and come back. I mean, there's tactics that don't
come back to it. It's not that important.
When you have a multiplayer game, you can't pause it, and obviously you can go back to it, but...
I'm not saying pause it. I'm saying it's a fucking video game.
Well,
you can come back to it later. Taking a shit takes a little bit more priority.
It's called... Oh my god, who gives a fuck? It's such a stupid... Like, there's no reason to have, like, this conversation. It's just like, I mean, you either fucking hold it and finish the game, or you hide away somewhere and then you finish the game that way.
I have the hacks on. Where the fuck did I do it?
When I was 4, I used to, instead of pausing the game, I would not do that.
What?
See, I just hold it.
What is wrong with
like if I have the urge to have to go to the bathroom, it's like, alright, I guess I need to go, and alright, how long is this match over? It's like, okay, and this long, alright, I'll just go once this match is over, and once it's over, then I go. Boom, you know?
Then again, I'm the guy who's like, goes and watches a movie, and then like will have to pee halfway through, and I'm just like, no, I'm holding it.
Yeah, so you're one to talk. Just extrapolate video games to movies, and I could say the same shit for you. Oh, just pause the movie.
You can't pause it when it's in a movie theater. This is why I go to the bathroom beforehand.
Well, there you go. Or afterwards. And you hold it.
Or it just depends on the movie, because some movies are just ass and you just gotta walk out.
And then you go watch other movies, because, you know, fuck paying for that. I'm at least gonna get my money's worth somehow another way. Do they even really pay attention to that anyway? I feel like they just don't care.
They do.
Really?
If they actively see you doing it, yes.
But if you happen to not, you know, get caught, then, and you're just already in there and they see you, then they're probably not gonna notice.
See, I can't fucking do it, because...
You've done it too many times and they caught you.
No. I'm so well known at the goddamn movie theater that they know what I look like and they know what movies I go see.
So they just kind of know that if, you know, if you kind of break away from your trend, that they'll be like, wait a minute.
Like, recently I went and seen, Pizza... What was it called? No, Licorice Pizza.
What type of fucking movie is that?
That's a really good movie, actually.
Oh, Licorice Pizza?
It's a good movie. It has a stupid name, but it's a good movie.
What is it?
It's about, like, a kid who's, like, an actor slash, like, business slash businessman.
A kid?
Just look up the trailer.
I can't watch it on stream. YouTube will yeet me. Like, I mean, I can't...
Oh yeah, you're back on YouTube.
Yeah, they're far more shittier of copyright. But, I mean, I could take it off screen and find it, I guess. What is this?
That's literally... And you know, fucking I'll look it up and I'll show you.
I'm already doing it.
Well, no, keep streaming, and then I'll just show you,
I can still... Dude, oh my god, I can still fucking... I'm already on it. Like, I'm already looking at it. Well, copyright, fuck.
Yeah, that's why I said mute it.
Well, I'll just watch it this way.
These are fucking good. Where'd you get these at? Obviously Safeway, because that's where Suzuki hangs out the most.
I want to see like some of those comments. Ah. There we go.
I will defend this movie. I've seen it in theaters. It's good. Fuck you, bro. That's not free game. I said it wasn't free game, dick. Plus, you can't have this anyway. It has peanut butter in it. Who's a good dog?
So, what's this on? Oh, it's about fucking Barbara Streisand.
No, it isn't.
It has her name mentioned in it.
It does. But it's only mentioned like one time.
Wasn't it because the lady's Barbara?
No.
Well, who's the lady then?
Like his love interest or whatever. I don't remember her name.
Well, isn't it Barbara Streisand? Because isn't that the whole point? Because he has a love interest in her.
I love that part. I love this bit.
Yeah, I actually remember seeing this trailer when I saw Dune, so... wait, what?
I don't know what its reviews are, but I thought it was pretty good.
What a real deal, 1990s, Hillary getting revenge for Bill's deeds. Don't ever look it up. They have some really close lookalikes going at it, and it's quite uncomfortable to watch. Oh my god. The Clinton-Trump sex tape. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. What have y'all delved into? Oh my fucking Christ. You know, speaking of Hillary, you know, some... Yeah, you want a little something? You want a little something to just rot your brain?
Oh god, I'm getting out of here.
Aw, what, are you gonna leave me now? Are you gonna be a joik?
A jerk? I'll be here tomorrow. Oh, you won't be here tomorrow.
Or Zorks.
Yeah. By the way, I do have some new donation goals for this time around. So for 50.
Fuck your donation goals.
Fucking knows how they'll be. But anyway, at some point, I must have like.
Oh wait, hold on.
Some more news. Wow. So called it. So I'm gonna like I've decided that at some point I must have like opened the lament configuration.
Dog.
He did. And
the dog
head is like torturing me.
I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, man. What time about?
Experiencing now is
after I get off work,
like 2 or 3.
TJ, you'll suffer.
I gotta
legendary.
say, I'm not. The pleasures of hell is not. They're not good.
Are you gonna rip me apart?
I'm like 3.
No.
Well, I might.
Closer to 3 than fucking anything else.
All right. Well, you might see me.
We'll see each other in passing.
Again.
Yeah, probably.
Don't you want to just like rip me apart? Just
Hacksaw!
The chains
Wanna give him a
pretty
treat?
Cool. I don't know. Just like put them in my cheek.
Hey, careful with him.
That's dull as fuck.
Why this?
Leviathan is not.
give him a treat?
Is not a negotiable guy.
Yeah, it's fucking. They don't take requests. You know what I mean?
Nah, it tastes weird. Hey.
So yeah.
Want it?
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have become unpopular. It may be time.
He'll hop. If you go over there where you give him
Wow,
space to
that's
hop,
why I
he'll
think
actually hop for you.
candidate, man. I think fucking
Come on.
Hillary Clinton for sure.
Hillary Clinton.
How's
Yeah, boy.
How is
Boy.
the total failure that lost to Donald Trump
Come on.
a
You
change
almost got it.
candidate?
Come on. Come
How's the
on.
person that's been an
You're almost there.
establishment
Come on.
Democrat since
on.
the fucking
You got it.
a change
You got it.
It's not.
candidate?
That's a good question because. It's,
So yeah, Hillary might be back. Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House. Yeah, Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House. We need a woman in the house. That's right. Hillary is the one. Oh yeah, I don't remember the lyrics, but who gives a fuck? Cause we need a woman, woman in the White House.
Yeah. Later. He's being cringe. I'm leaving.
We have to Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh no.
I love you too. You did.
I love you too.
Fuck.
For being a dork. Tomorrow you might become me a redneck, because I'll be about wearing like fucking big cowboy hat with my big belt buckle. All I need is one of them big ass cigars. I'm gonna make fun of Texas so hard.
Do you mind like watching those feet, sir? Wow. That was super cringe. Well, that's the point, because Hillary's super cringe.
She's the status quo.
A perfect storm in the Democratic Party is making a once
He was still trying to break that glass ceiling.
political comeback.
I am a woman. Vote for me because I'm a woman. I am Hillary because I'm a woman.
President Biden's low approval.
Peace, bruh.
Doubts over his
I am a woman. Vote for me. I'm Hillary, the reptilian android bot 84612.85. I am a woman.
Leadership vacuum in the party, which Miss Clinton viably could fill.
I am a woman. Vote for me. I can fill that position.
Oh, God.
Before voting for Hill Dog. I wouldn't vote for Obama. He literally was the one who brought us goddamn Trump, if you really think about it. Like, oh, the big dastardly hope and change status quo corporatist motherfucker that had Hillary as Secretary of State. So had a very strong influence on American foreign policy. Like, I mean, do you really want that motherfucker back in there? Like, no.
Yep.
It would be one thing if Hillary Clinton had this kind of rebellious history, but she really doesn't. Like, Hillary Clinton, for the longest fucking time, was against gay marriage. I want you to think about this. As an adult, she went from thinking gay people should be arbitrarily denied the right to get married, to, okay, yeah, gays should get married. As an adult, as a fucking like 30, 40-something-year-old politician that had already been a politician for years and years, that flip happened in her. You think that was fucking genuine? No.
There's nothing genuine.
Not a fucking chance.
I guarantee you she probably still thinks, you know, homosexuals are a bunch of weird queers that need to just fucking know their place and just, you know, not have this whole fucking idea of, you know, having marriage. That's for the straight peoples. That's for the breeders. Like, I guarantee you she still believes that, you know, deep down. Guarantee it. She only fucking, you know, the same thing for Obama. Like, these motherfuckers literally only believe in pander to this type of shit because they know it makes some money and it gains some influence and support. Like, they don't actually give a fuck about this shit.
Universal health care. And now her actual position now is actually to the right of that. Yeah, she's against it.
She's arguing against
what she used to
the very things that she used to advocate for when she was first lady.
Because she's a Reaganite.
Because now she's got power and influence, and now her bread is being buttered by the billionaires, so why would she want to give you anything? It's just so funny that when I see, like, these publications trying to, like, fucking rehabilitate these politicians, especially Hillary Clinton, a change candidate. Give me a fucking break. I would love to sit down with whatever AI wrote this and have a conversation about what they think about Hillary Clinton as a change candidate, because what are we changing? From what to what? Because you know what she is
shit
right now?
To shit.
Joe Biden in a wig.
Joe Biden's already in a wig.
Joe Biden is Joe Biden in a wig.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's already in a wig.
If Democrats lose control of Congress in 2020,
a wig of his ass hair.
Can use the party's laws as a basis.
And hairy legs, Jack.
Enabling her claim to the title of change candidate. Based on
gross.
her public statements, it's clear that Mrs.
Yeah, like, we need the Democrats to fucking, you know, try to pander that advertisement again. Change! Yeah, let's just fucking... Like, aren't you supposed to be doing that right now?
As a potential frontrunner, but also is setting up a process to help her decide whether or not to run for president again. She recently warned of the electoral consequences of the 2022 midterms that the Democratic Party continues to align itself with a progressive wing and urged Democrats to reject far-left positions that isolate key members of the electorate.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Dude. Give me a fucking break with this.
This is why we need a farmer labor party again.
Dude, everyone knows this happens almost every fucking midterm cycle because America's a bunch of fucking schizophrenic morons. The Democratic Party, oh, they didn't do anything. Well, where should I go? Should I have a new idea? No, let's go back to the Republicans. Oh, they didn't do anything for me. What should I do? I'll go back to the Democrats.
Oh, they did nothing for me. Well, hey, you know, let's go for the Republicans. Oh, they did nothing for me.
Lurching back from
back to the Dems.
Group of assholes to the other is just fucking, dude. It's mind-boggling.
Find me that comic, TJ, that's saying exactly that. You know my favorite fucking political comic.
Yeah.
With the car in the alleyway, dude. That's the best. Like.
Oh, Austin Powers did a little skit on this where there's like the fucking like forklift and he's like in this little alley hallway thing and he's like boop, boop, boop. It's the same mentality and it's pretty much the same thing where it's like, hey, you know, I bet if we reverse it, you know, we'll probably get out of this little nook and cranny here. I bet if we put it forward, actually, we could probably get forward and get out of here. Here, let me turn this a little bit. Oh, well, here, let me go in reverse, so that'll fix it. Nah, let's try forward. Just repeat the process over and over and over again. I would not make Mel TVP. Like, I like him, but, I mean, I put him somewhere else. I'd kind of put him somewhere where he's not necessarily a public face. Again, I like him, but, I mean... I'd probably have, like... Ripsy, how would you feel about being VP or, like, press secretary or something?
This one that I've ever seen.
I might just make fucking, like, either, like, Paul, TJ, or Demon Mama, like, VP or something. I don't know. I'd get somebody with a little bit more prominence.
The late 90s, early 2000s or something. It's pretty old.
That's too hard to find, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully we can try it. Find on this server.
Oh my god, just this fucking Hillary shit. And we've seen it with this master class, and all trying to rehabilitate her image, and like, I'm a person, I have feelings. It's like, wow, Hillary, a real fucking stretch for you, isn't it?
Hell no, I'm press secretary. Oh, you don't want to fucking, you know, do some major quips and clap some, you know, corporate press ass cheeks? You don't want to fuck on some corporate press? You don't want to, you know, be like our more, like, you know, like, more educated orator on, you know, the radical leftism that, you know, I'm willing to push? That's the only fellow job I would actually want. But, well, wait, which one? it's like, you said, hell no, I'm press secretary, but now you're like, that's the only federal job I would want. Unless there's another one that for some reason they get put in there.
I have to order a drone strike. Just one second. Alright, go ahead and kill those kids. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm totally a utter nice woman. Vote for me because I'm a woman and I'm a human being and I have compassion and emotion and empathy. Please, vote for me. Me. I'm Hillary. Missed a message. Oh wait. Did I? I don't say no. I don't.
Looking like lost when it comes to like people who are actually advocating for the Democratic Party at this point as leftists. Like, I'm lost because in the run-up to the whole Biden thing, it was, you know, we're gonna bully him to the left. Like, we're gonna force him to do these leftist things.
Oh, yeah.
And then that afterwards, that was taken away. And
Says for some reason, yeah, YouTube will do that for some things. So you might have to play around with some of the words. Yeah, YouTube will just straight do that. Some messages they just simply won't send, which is fucking stupid. Like, I think I could police my own chat. Thank you, YouTube. But yeah, like, honestly, like, one thing I loved about a lot of different leftists, and honestly Vosh was one of these type of people where it's just like, oh my guy, you know, we will get Biden elected and we'll just bully him. And then that goalpost has been moved like 5,000 different ways till Sunday. And it's just fucking confusing. Like, there's, I mean, I kind of simultaneously love and hate the left, you know, at the same time, because, like, I like a lot of different energy comes from it, but I hate how it just gets stymied with this goddamn fucking, you know, job of, you know, being, like, just funneling this leftist energy into just electoralism and just you know, vote blue no matter who, you know, just total line bullshit. Instead of using this energy for something that can actually, you know, benefit, you know, people within the working class and within labor and actually, you know, get a little bit more of a militant left back again. But nope. Can't do that. That'd be too extreme. We, you know, we need to wait until the material conditions get correct and right and blah 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 blah. We have to wait until it's just right time. Give me Booty Judge's job. Oh, Booty Judge? Oh, like, what was he, like, Secretary of Education or some shit?
He's gonna suck. And then people, like, Democrat voters are gonna realize, like, hey, we need a more progressive candidate, and look
Oh, it didn't like you spelling Booty Judge? Wow.
what we're getting instead. It's ignorant of history. Like, if that was gonna happen, it would have happened 3, 4, 5, 6 cycles ago. People would have been like, hey, they're selling us corporate shit, time to fucking revolt against this party, and
nothing's
real
fundamentally
progressive
changed.
They would have done that with Clinton back in
Fundamentally
90s.
changed, Paul. It's the same fucking shit. It's the same fucking playbook. We live in the authoritarian right quadrant, and if it all ever even looks like it's going left, even a tiny bit, it's like, we've got to go back to the center, guys. You just got to do it, which means let's pull it further to the right.
Oh, Secretary of Transportation.
Is not that he's a do-nothing fucking guy that literally has had no fucking major policy changes at all. The real problem is he's aligned himself with these crazy progressives.
Biden can't do it.
And their crazy ideas that pull well with all Americans.
Well,
but that's what's really driving people away.
Well, even if you say
popular ideas that everybody agrees with is what's driving people away from the Democratic Party. Fuck you.
Well,
You're so full of shit.
But guys, even you know they'll say, well,
So
not
full of
Congress.
shit.
I am Hillary Clinton.
Well,
I am a woman. Vote for me.
I have a pussy.
What about?
No president, Scotty, has ever had a pussy before.
That's true.
You want to come smell my pussy? Come on.
Oh god, no!
Get a big
Probably smells like rotten, putrid fish.
That's all I got.
I'm sorry, I don't need
I
to.
got a fucking pussy.
I'm a woman, that's literally all I have.
Well, think about what Joe Biden could do right now.
No president's ever had a pussy until me.
Well, think about what Joe Biden could do right now. He could reschedule marijuana and these other drugs. He could do that. Doesn't
Jesus
get
Christ.
Not gonna- hasn't done it. Forgive student debt. Yeah, hasn't done it. There's so many things. So it's like
want to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. Of course not, because his
I mean,
lobbyists and the people.
he actively is against this type of shit when it comes to marijuana and student loan debt. That's why none of this shit ever gets done, because he's lobbied and invested and makes money and profits off of the interests and making sure that it does not get done. Like, honestly, this idea that he's critical of fucking Joe Manchin and shit and all this other shit where they have to kind of create this little, you know, antagonist, you know, within the, you know, Democratic Party as to why shit didn't get done. It's just bullshit. It's just a fucking bunch of pageantry and theater. Like, fucking Joe and Joe are both fucking, you know, shaking hands and having champagne on fucking Manchin's yacht and shit. Like, I mean, like, they don't give a fuck. Like, they know that, you know, it's just a way to fucking, you know, gander more fucking profits and shit, you know, for them and keep, you know, people divided, you know, against each other on these type of issues. His Sims are against it also. What the fuck, we're buying cancel student loan debt already? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I mean, it's so bad to the point where even, like, his actual supporters are starting to, you know, to, like, say, hey, can you actually do this? Can you at least, you know, throw something that's a bone? Legalize marijuana, that's a state issue. Which, honestly, I just really want to say that, you know, go, you know, fuck that argument at this point. Because you have, like, these little feudalistic fiefdoms of states that, you know, will, like Idaho will still fucking, you know, throw me in a cage like some fucking animal and shit, you know, just because I smoked weed, you know, in that state. But here in Oregon, and pretty much like every state that in Canada, you know, every place that surrounds fucking Idaho basically has some of, you know, in one way, shape, or form legalized. But yet their little fiefdom of backwoods bullshit, you know, they'll fucking jail up and lock up anybody, even if they're just passing by. Because they'll set up fucking, you know, border, like, stops and shit, you know, for people that look like they might be having a bunch of weed in their car or something. Like, there's been a few times I passed through Idaho and shit, you know, like from like 2018 to 2019, 2017, shit like that. And every now and then they will have like stops and shit and like occasionally pull people over and have other people pass through depending on how people look like and shit. If they look like a bunch of hippy-dippy, you know, college kids or some shit, then we might have to pull them over and check their vehicle. But if they look like, you know, a nice little, you know, old lady with, you know, the family gathering or some shit, you know, gonna visit some other family, you know, across the state or some shit. Oh, they're totally fine. Oh, a son and their father, you know, on vacation? That's okay. Oh, hey, it looks like we have a bunch of stoner friends here going to college here at MSU. Better pull them over real quick. They might have some weed in there. Looks like they just came through on the Montana side. Alright, I think I smell something a little odd to get the canine dogs. Oh, well, they're acting up. It looks like you might have some weed in there. It's fucking ridiculous. Idaho is just garbage. Like, even Utah's ahead of them. At least they got medical.
For him. They don't want that.
Ignar confirmed me any cage.
Promise.
Well, I kind of unironically do have one, but it's for Zukov.
Oh, well, I'll do $10,000. I'll do.
It's not for a human.
Oh, then you know what happened then? Well, only if Congress approves it, which basically is saying, "Fuck you! I'm not going to do it." Because yeah, Republicans are going to vote on that.
Got it. Hillary Clinton is trying to break the fucking glass ceiling, bro. She's trying to break that motherfucking glass ceiling, Scotty. Trying to get through that. And what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You know what's going to happen?
Looking at that glass ceiling?
I agree she does. You know what she wants to do? She wants to break the glass ceiling and let all the shards rain down on us. That's exactly right. That's what she wants to do.
Yep. That's why Hillary wants to break the glass ceiling, you know, break down those barriers and shit, so everyone can, you know, die and be succumbed into the rubble while she, as the angelic phoenix, rises from the ashes or some shit. Guarantee you that's what she imagines. Like, ugh. Idaho, Idaho, we all Idaho. Exactly. Because Idaho are a bunch of hoes.
Push the fucking glass ceiling, Scotty. You're a real jerk, you know that?
They shafted Bernie twice. Yeah, they fucking most certainly did.
No. You're a real jerk.
Yes, got it. You know what the greatest thing is that if we do get Hillary Clinton as our lead candidate, you know, Biden steps down and she primaries against Kamala and easily wins that, she ends up being, it's her versus Trump. The same people that were arguing for...
I would probably vote for him if he legalized weed and mass part drug offenders. Well, considering that Kamala Harris is even worse than a cop, but a fucking attorney general or whatever the fuck. I mean, yeah, that's just never gonna happen out of Biden. He's literally invested and has an interest in making sure that doesn't happen. Like in a hypothetical, like if the Congress and Senate somehow passed like some federal marijuana legalization bill or something, Biden would actively fucking turn that down.
Fucking Hillary Clinton.
And he would fight it. Guaranteed.
The same arguments, the same bullshit. And here it is, right here on the screen. Oh,
Bernie 4 years longer, I let him shaft me.
Let's trade back. Let's go forward.
Hey, I will seize the means of your healthcare. Bitch.
That didn't work. Back, go forward, back,
It's like that shit in Austin Powers, dude. Oh, eventually we'll get out of this, right?
Yeah. It's just fucking, it's absurd that more people, especially young people, when I see people funneling young people into just like rote electoralism and then just kind of like sit on your hands till the next electoral cycle shit, it just makes me so mad.
It really
because,
does.
Like, you're just relegating young people to drive this fucked up little fucking economy sedan stuck in a fucking box.
Yeah, let's try to maybe go down the...
I mean, basically, it's just like, let's relegate people into, you know, these young folks into the same type of bullshit that we've been doing for generations now. It's just like, yeah, that's a fucking good idea. I mean, that's what really pisses me off about the whole fucking, you know, electoralism element at this point. It's just like, it does nothing to actually, you know, gain or benefit, you know, from participating in it. So what's the fucking point? Like, you know, as it stands now, it's better to use that energy, you know, more directly in, like, your own communities and locally and shit and statewide versus, you know, to, like, this more national electoral bullshit. Like, because that ain't gonna get you shit. So I sort of getting duped over and over and over and over again.
Like, if we try that, no, if we try that, the country's going to go to radical communism. We're sorry, we just can't do it.
Radical communism, we can't have that.
A lot of people are saying like TJ 2024, you know, Kyle Collins. I'm like, I'm dead serious. I would rather have.
I just literally write it myself.
In the political world, making what you would call like a meme run. I would rather go down and write that person in or vote for that person if they were able to get on the ballot or whatever the fuck than vote for any establishment politician. Because at the very least, my vote would be counted as being against this.
Yeah.
What's up on the screen here? You know.
Yeah, the psychotic lurching back and forth in this fucking destroyed vehicle. Yeah.
No, that's not how Trump got in, actually, Najosa. You know how Trump got in? Barack Obama, with a giant mandate to be a huge sweeping change candidate, got in and did 8 years of Republican light. That's how Donald Trump got in, dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Obama
Really
had the strongest mandate to lead the country from both sides.
He pretty much totally disenfranchised my generation.
I'm hearing something outside. But yeah, I mean, maybe my friend's still here. But yeah, when it comes to the whole goddamn, like, oh, it's just him. Okay. Is there a lot of noise out there? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what Carol has outside her house, but
Oh my god.
I'm obviously very allergic to it.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
So that's what it was, just you going on a sneeze fest. I was like, what in the fuck is going on out there?
Sneeze fest, my nose is running like a faucet.
Oh my god. Damn.
And it was like, wow, he's really gonna change shit. And, you know, it was pretty fucking pathetic. It was not much change happened. Let's put it that way.
Of course not.
In fact, Obama pretty much, most of the shit he said he was gonna do, he went in there and just fucking, like, did the opposite on a lot of it. Like, he was one of the most vocal, like, passionate speakers against, you know, the Bush, the Patriot Act and all the civil liberty violations and shit.
And on top of that, he was also one of these more anti-war candidates that, you know, was saying, like, we need to get out of Iraq, you know, blah, 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 and all this other shit. Though, not only did he continue the war in Iraq, but literally perpetuated, you know, the wars further in other fucking nations, escalating from 2 to 7. So, I mean, it's just like, he, you know, the guy is a literal fucking full-on war criminal and shit. You know, pretty much, you know, just about as on par with fucking Bush. And, you know, he's like, he was sold, you know, to people as like, oh, this anti-war candidate, you know, that might have like some hope and change and might help us get, you know, some healthcare and all this and that, blah, blah, blah. But literally pretty much did policies that were quite the exact opposite when it came to these fucking things that he, you know, sold people on with his goddamn snake oil.
Since he was president, and he expanded all that shit. So there's no fucking there's no principles to it, and it's funny because you can fucking go and watch. I did a video about it. I think it was Impeach Obama or something, where he was. You watch the footage of him, you know, these civil rights violations are gonna stop and da 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 da, and that he's so passionate, and then, you know, 7 years later when he's defending, he's like, oh yeah, you know, this is the national security, and we have to, you know, do it, and you know, it's so
it's something that we have to do. It's enhanced interrogation. I, Barack, we tortured some folks, Obama. You know, we decided to do it. We tortured some folks. Like, he literally said that as a quote. Like, you can look that up. But, like, he literally was quoted saying, we've tortured some folks.
Void of any fucking humanity. So, it's just crazy.
We're gonna have to take your rights away. Teacher, I'm sorry.
That's just how it is.
It's just what it is.
Would I vote for Kanye West? That's a Kanye yes. Absolutely.
Over Hillary? Yeah.
I mean, over Hillary.
I mean,
we'd have some interesting ass State of the Union addresses at that point.
We would.
If we could
I'd be okay with it.
Curled up pile of dog shit on the ballot, I'd vote for that over Hillary Clinton. you really can't name something. If Jeffrey Dahmer came back to life and ran, I'd vote for him.
I'd vote for Jeffrey over Hillary, yeah.
I guess I'd have to go to the most extreme example. The only one I wouldn't meme vote for is probably, like, you know, Hitler.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I would.
I was like, we need the right, you know, the whole time.
Yeah, I think I'll vote for Hillary that round.
Yeah, I literally have
Oh, Hillary versus the reincarnation of Hitler? I think I'll vote Hillary that time around. Yeah.
Pol Pot would have to crawl out of his grave and be like, yeah, it's time for, you know, time to call the
2 years later, you're like, fuck, should have voted for Hitler, Jesus.
Oh God, it's just somehow still the world's still worse if Hillary is president. Oh my God.
Ronald Reagan versus Hillary Clinton. I would. Sorry.
At least you can make a good speech.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess there's that.
Through Ronald Reagan, dude. I don't know. I survived it.
Yeah.
Do it
feel
again.
warm and fuzzy inside. You'd be like, you know
What's
what?
he gonna do? Like his style of politics has completely and utterly taken over the Republican Party.
And
Like,
Democratic
the Republican
Party.
is the party of Reaganomics.
Like both parties are the party of Reaganomics now at this point. I mean, it's just that the Republican Party, especially when it comes to social issues, has shifted, you know, so far right to the point where the most extreme ends of them are now pretty fascistic at this point. And like the most right-leaning elements of a Democratic Party are very much just like the full-on, like full-blood through and through Republican-style Reaganites, you know, from the 80s and shit. And most of the fucking Democratic DNC doctrine is basically based around that shit. Like, yeah, like this idea, like, I mean, the entire establishment paradigm and the entire paradigm ever since Reagan has basically been founded and established, you know, as Reaganomics. It's just been like that since.
What fucking Reagan? What I mean, Reagan would be a fucking Democrat by today's standards.
Yep,
Yeah,
he would.
Hillary's positions are almost indecipherable from Reagan's positions. The Democratic Party and the Overton window for what's considered to be left and Democrat has moved so far to the right that the center right you know, wing of the fucking Democrat Party it's Reagan. And that's what Hillary is.
Yeah.
It's Reaganomics, trickle-down economics, tax cuts for billionaires, more fucking economic burden placed on people, out-of-control inflation, out-of-control speculation on the stock market. How's that? What's fundamentally different from a Donald Trump?
So, Trump is now roasting his fellow Republicans. I guess saying here, Trump roast gutless DeSantis.
Oh my God. I mean, the whole Trump base, you know, if it's like, if they don't bow to Trump and shit, then Trump will go against you. Because he owns the Republican base. So.
For keeping his booster status a secret.
That's because you might run against Trump, so.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's public backing of the COVID-19 booster rollout has surprised many people, including his own fans, who booed the hell out of him last month when he confirmed he'd taken the third vaccine dose. Now he's gone even further and launched an attack on politicians such as Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, who are keeping their booster status a secret. Speaking to One America News Network, Trump again confirmed he'd taken the booster and added, "I watched a couple of politicians be interviewed, and one of the questions was, did you get the booster? Because they had the vaccine. And they're answering like, in other words, the answer is yes, but they don't want to say it because they're gutless. You got to say it whether you had it or not, say it." Trump didn't mention DeSantis by name, but Florida governor has repeatedly dodged questions on whether he's taken the COVID-19 booster shot.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I agree with Trump. All these fucking politicians that are politicizing this shit one way or the other need to just say yes or no when they're asked these questions. Because you know how many you know how many of these fucking right-wing hucksters are fully vaxxed and boosted?
All of them.
For the most part.
Yeah, most of them.
So, I mean, legit, pretty much like all of them aside from a couple true believers, but those people end up dying. And they're usually dead. I mean, like, the idea that, like, all these, you know, hucksters and shit from Candace Owens to Trump, Ben Shapiro, etc., like, the idea that, oh, they're not vaccinated, you know, on top of, you know, peddling the same shit, too, is like, no, they absolutely are. They know what they're fucking doing. I mean, that's why they purposely push this whole fucking narrative of like, oh, you know, don't get it, blah blah blah, because it just continues to stem the tide of discord and fucking divide and conquer and shit when it comes to the overall paradigm itself, because this is one element of how they make fucking money. I mean, grifters gonna grift, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's some that have not taken it, but
I mean, there's like a few true believers here and there, and you know how you know is you hear about them dying.
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, they're dead.
You know, they must have really believed it.
They're dead. They're all fucking dead.
Like we talked about one the other day too.
It's gonna be a
Like
big issue
yeah.
if Trump runs again.
Like there was like some lady who was like, you know, one of the big stars, you know, the anti-vaxxers and shit, who said things like, you know, oh, people getting the, you know, COVID shots are idiots, and then she literally dies of COVID. And it's just like, well, yeah, who's the idiot now? Fucking moron.
Away with the, look, I got vaccinated, but I'm gonna do away with any vaccine mandate.
You got freedoms.
You got freedoms.
Freedom.
No mandates with me. I hate mandate. Oh, you never have to take it. Never take it under me. Never take it under me.
But you should. But you don't have to.
Look, you should, but you know what? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. So they're gonna be like, well, see, I mean, he's wrong about it, but at least he's gonna give us our freedoms.
I love that.
You've got your freedoms.
Like, we've had this process happen in America. I've noticed it over time.
You've got your freedoms, let me just tell you, tremendous.
More and more batshit insane. And, you know, I see it based on, like, who they fucking venerate and like. It's, I mean, like, because it was, like, when you were a kid, Paul was Reagan. And then it was like, okay, well, that wasn't too bad, I guess. I mean, it was horrible,
to a huge extent, I just want to say, to a huge extent, it's still Reagan.
Right.
The party still worships Reagan like a deity.
But, you know, like,
I mean, at this point, there's like two deities, you know, amongst Republicans now that they worship. It's Reagan and Trump. Like, those are pretty much like the two main ones, because, like, if it ain't Reagan, then it's just absolutely fucking Trump that they're, like, you know, always venerating about.
Bush. It was like,
nobody, see, that was the thing, though. They didn't worship Bush.
Yeah, they never did. They never did.
Not as many people.
They accepted him and they liked him and they defended him.
Some people did, and some people still do.
And then it was like Palin was like looking like a big thing in the party. Like, yeah, Palin. She didn't win. She wasn't president. But like, that was kind of like my cue that like they're willing to go even dumber than Bush. And then it was Trump. It was like, oh fuck, they're willing to go dumber. They're willing to go dumber than fucking Palin. And now Trump is saying shit that's too smart for the base. So now it's like I'm thinking they're gonna go dumber than Trump. And it's just like how fucking far is it gonna decline down? Like, what level of shit will these people finally develop some sense of standards and be like, no,
there is none.
Idiocracy, dude.
There literally is none.
President Camacho.
I don't even fucking
Idiocracy, President Camacho. Yeah, I actually think Idiocracy is probably too smart for them at this point.
Like, you can't really use that as an example because.
Oh yes, I can. I just fucking did.
Hold on. Because. She wasn't like asked for by the people. It's like
everyone. How she basically took over the McCain campaign. Like she was getting more people coming to her events than him. And
right, and then she revealed that she was stupid and nobody voted for her, and Obama blew them out.
Yeah, I mean, well, Obama was just like gonna win because they were trying to. They were. It was basically because the country was repudiating the Republican Party because they hated fucking Bush and them. So there was no way the Republican was winning. The Republican base loved her ass, and the fact that Trump was their next fucking pick kind of shows me that, like, you know...
They're willing to go dumber. And they are going dumber.
Just like, maybe throw this bullshit.
The fact that they're willing to challenge Trump now at this point kind of shows that.
Romney was just like the fucking... the Bob Dole that they threw up.
Well,
there you go.
And then, of course, they just...
The Bob Dole. Here's this loser.
Like, look.
I mean, he was a major fat fucking loser.
Americans are a bunch of lazy bums.
All they did was catch Romney saying, like, the shit that fucking every Republican...
says behind closed doors,
fucking believes. Whether they're... Even the people who probably qualified as that say that kind of shit, so... Right.
I mean, it's people that say worse, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and shit. There's people in the office that say even worse than him.
A lot of people are like, this is an encouraging sign, because like they're starting to see splits in the Republican Party. Like, oh, this is encouraging because you know there's a split. It's not.
No, it's not.
It just shows me that there's fucking. We're in the process of them going yet another level of dumb.
There's a huge split. Like, see, here's the thing.
And there should be, honestly, this type of split and rift within the left and the Democratic Party, too, where there needs to be more rift and more discord against them as well. In order for them to feel like they actually have to, you know, have some logs on their ass to feel like they need to get some shit done in order for them to appease, you know, people who are very critical of their ass and, being uplifted and having a rift against them. Like, that should be something that should be encouraging for people to be doing, you know, within the Democratic Party and DNC, not the other way around. Like, I mean, it's like, what the fuck? I mean, like, what they're doing is actually, you know, a little nerving.
And the rancor that's going on in the Republican Party, but never want to own up to the fact that there's been nothing but that in the Democratic Party.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like actual leftists versus these Republican light neo-corporatist fucking lapdogs. And it's been that since I was a boy. And, you know, the game is rigged against one side of it. Let's just put it that way. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, like, why not talk about that? Why not talk about the fact that the Democratic Party is one of the most disappointing fucking parties? It's polling, like, super low. The president is polling super low. And the answer is because they don't do anything. There's always an excuse.
There's always a villain, like Joe Manchin or some shit.
Fucking, like, Senate parliamentarian has, like, overturned shit. They can fire his ass.
They can overwrite the Senate parliamentarian. Yeah.
They don't have to listen to it. Oh, it's the same thing with the filibuster. It's the craziest thing. When people know about the filibuster, it's like, they act like it's in the Constitution or something. It's not. It's just a mechanism where people don't have to vote for shit. And they don't have to do anything. So they go, oh, we don't have a super majority. It's like, isn't the democracy supposed to be majority? It's not like you have to have 60% to become president. You have to have 1% of the fucking votes, or even less, like 50.3 or 50.1.
Well, in a perfect world, that's how it would work, and then you'd
actually,
well,
I mean,
make
seriously,
shit done at that point. But
can't pass
no party. Every party,
you know, can't pass without a majority vote because, you know, God forbid democracy is a thing.
Keeping this super majority.
It's actually a republic.
The real reason that those rules are never challenged on either side is because neither side wants them to go.
Of course not.
They want to take advantage of it when they can.
Interests that purchase those houses of Congress don't want that rule to change. They don't want shit to change. They want to keep raking in the millions. If anything, they want people in place, Democrat or Republican, they're going to be fucking, you know, have their business interests in mind.
Oh shit, our hands are tied, you guys can't do it.
But guess what? They've changed it plenty of times. When they
I mean, this entire system is bought and owned by these, you know, type of interests and shit. This is why nothing ever gets done. I mean, honestly, it's just like the more and more people fucking kind of realize this type of shit, honestly, overall, fundamentally, the fucking better. Like, I mean, because then people will actually, because, I mean, it's not even necessarily just realize, but actually, you know, taking an action, you know, that's more direct and locally in their own fucking, you know, workplaces and their own communities and shit locally, instead of, like, you know, hoping that, you know, something on the national electoral stage is actually going to fucking change, you know, by, you know, participating in it and thinking that, you know, having a vote in, you know, the president or this and that is going to help. It's like, no, it's not. They're fundamentally built in, you know, govern, you know, fundamentally against you and shit. So start focusing locally, like in your own counties, in your own towns and shit like that, your own workplaces.
The nominations, they lowered the threshold from 60 to 50 to a majority. The Republicans have done it. And then the Republicans need to get something done in this country, it just magically happens. If they're in power, it's like, oh, we get it done. Democrats, oh, guys, we can't do anything. We're so sorry. Oh, we really wish we could.
It's like an Abbott and Costello skit or some shit. It's like a fucking, it really is. It's like the Stooges are running the fucking, government. You know what I mean? It's like every time, you know, one of them starts to fucking do something that people might like, they trip and sign a document that puts everybody in prison, you know?
Oops, I accidentally bit some policies that made it worse for everybody. I'm sorry.
Free college for everyone bill, but I accidentally signed the everyone's in prison bill. Whoops.
Oops.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's so much Biden could do, there's so much he could be pushing for, he doesn't do any of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, even just the rhetoric wise,
they're just doing, like, the voting rights thing, because that's like, oh, that's, like, the easy, like, like, basically, whatever issue. Because, like, yeah, okay, we want to fucking do some voting shit, it's important, but, like, it's important to actually do things for the electorate, too. Like, it's okay.
Or else, you know, the whole aspect of actually voting doesn't mean shit. Like, that's kind of the one thing about the whole, like, you know, you gotta vote crowd and shit. It's like, well, are these people actually going to be doing shit? And if there's a record and, like, a, you know, track record of their party and their fucking administration is not doing shit when they've been in power the last, like, 4, 5, 6, however, you know, the last past cycles and shit, or if anything, have allowed things to continue to get worse, then fuck that. You know, it's like, you actually have to give us something that, you know, to show, instead of just, you know, some promises and some panderings and virtue signals and nice little, like, campaign quips.
Vote. Okay, but, like, let's actually do things for the voters, maybe, to like incentivize people to actually show
You
up.
know, like walk the walk as much as talk it.
I've actually done an episode on Biden 1 year review, and I think when you see that episode, it'll listen.
1 year review of what? It's
Nothing.
Some things that have happened.
Okay.
A couple of liver spots have appeared on his head that weren't there a year ago.
Hey, he got a new dog.
He developed a couple
I'll
new
tell you that.
ticks,
Look,
you know.
he got a new dog. How about that, huh?
Changed his
Yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah, like Joe Biden, here's some things that changed. He got a new dog, a liver spot or two, you know, was added to his forehead, and yeah, that's about it.
He sent Commander to the glue farm. You know Commander's dead.
I think it's Major.
Didn't go to some fucking neighbor or
Family,
something.
friends, yeah.
Commander went to the pound and got put down.
I think it was Major, but yeah.
I think it's Major. Look, Major.
Whatever it was.
It's calling by military ranks.
You know, Joe Biden told the Secret Service, like, look, I love this dog. Make it quick.
He got a little bit more demented over the year, you know what I mean? You could highlight that for sure. He's slowly but surely slipping away.
Okay.
It's like, my God. Honestly, what actually truly of substantive, you know, positive, you know, shit has Joe Biden actually done? Like, I can only think of one thing, but it basically is just one of the liver spots to his forehead, and that's essentially the Pause Act, which so veterans, you know, can have more access and more leeway when it comes to having, like, emotional support animals, shit like that. You know, having more programs and training in place, you know, for people who are, you know, we're all about that, who need, yes, you know, support animals, shit like that. So, I mean, it's some good shit, good stuff. But it's just like, I mean, that's legit, honestly, the only fucking thing I could goddamn think of. It's like, outside of, I mean, and it's good, but it's like that doesn't really fundamentally help anybody, or, you know, on a fundamental grand level, aside from just a couple people and maybe some, you know, like, you know, that have had to deal with this type of shit. You know, when it comes to, you know, needing emotional support animals, stuff like that. But I mean, it's like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like the idea that, like, oh, you know, we just gotta keep the electoral levels, you know, going, everybody. Gotta vote for the same type of candidates, you know, that literally do fuck all. Outside of, you know, one or two things that are nice, I guess. Well, that's it, you know, just vote for us. Yay! So, Jesus Christ. Like, there's supposed to be, like, some merit or fuck all, you know, shit about that as good. Like, give me a break. Like, ugh. Oh, little Zukov. You're just a sweet little sleepy boy.
He's just a sweet little baby. Yeah. Oh, your neck is so thick and soft.
Sweet little baby. It's not just a sweet little, he's a sweet little baby. Because he's just that extra sweet and that extra little and cute. Wait, what the hell? Pope Francis makes a surprise visit at a record shop in Rome. Like, oh my god, who gives a fuck? Lover of classical music and his personal surprise at Rome record shop on Tuesday night by popping in for a blessing following its recent renovation. It's a brief respite from his packed schedule according to the Vatican. Wow, lame. I mean, it's like cool. He goes to a record store. So whatever. I guess that record store is gonna get popular now because people might go there just on the opposites of like, hey, maybe I'll see the Pope when I go to this record store. Yeah. Like, jeez Louise. It's lame. Zukoff is just so cute. He's just knocked out and plopped into oblivion.
Sweet little boy. Yeah. He's a good boy. Sweet little stretchy boy.
Doesn't even look like I have a neck anymore. I have like a little stub.
Hey buddy, you sweet little thing.
Just a sweet little baby boy. Oh. Him his little nap. His sweet fat little nap he's taking. It's just so damn cute. I think I might take a little break in the meantime, grab some food and stuff. Come back later in the evenings. Got a little evening stream. Why the hell now? But first, I'd like to kind of get a little bowl of all that fun shit now. I can find some little stuff later to pull up. Alright, pull this up real quick. At least I have a little fun tune for the background. Probably need to turn it up because it's fucking dumb here. There we go. Wait, what the fuck? Oregon hospitals allow COVID positive employees to return to work. What? The fuck? I like one of the comments I'm seeing here is allowed or forced. It's like maybe these Oregon hospitals are actually forcing these COVID positive employees to return to work. Don't let the man keep you down for having sick days. It's okay. It's better than okay that you stay home when you're sick. Stick to them and get what you deserve. That's definitely true. Jeez. Wow, there's just like all sorts of comments about this shit. My fellow healthcare workers are administering COVID tests who are themselves COVID positive. In fact, management's been telling them to go to clinics without receiving their results. We've had record attrition in December and they've backfiled so many temporary workers who refused out of high school and have limited COVID training. Jesus. What the fuck? Poor nurses have been through so much, and now they can't even take proper time to recover from COVID. I mean, seriously. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. This is all sorts of fucking, you know, back and forth about it. Jesus. Fucking ridiculous. To that, like, hey, you know, us at, like, a COVID hospital and shit have to fucking, you know, basically, you know, or, like, at these hospitals essentially have to, you know, work in, you know, conditions where everybody's COVID positive because, hey, it's okay. You can go back to work, you know, while sick. That's fine. Especially when you're a fucking doctor or a nurse. Like, what the fuck? Just goddamn fucking absurd. Like, it's like, geez, no wonder there's been such a fucking mass spike in goddamn COVID in a lot of places and shit. Because so many of these different workplaces are making it so much more dangerous to even work at in the first place. Because, you know, people are, you know, tested positive for COVID, can't even get sick time off and shit to fucking, you know, legit, you know, save other people's lives and their own. You know, to recover and get well. They have to basically work their fucking bodies and shit like a bunch of goddamn mules, you know, for their fucking straw bosses. And, you know, hope that, you know, they are able to recover still. You know, while working and recovering from COVID. It's just like fucking just fucking ridiculous. Like, Jesus Christ. Ay ay. I mean, it's like, when it comes to shit like that, man, at this rate, it's like, I don't even think we're, you know, really legit gonna have a pandemic ending. like the endemic is basically going to be the pandemic. It's like, give me a break. I mean, kind of quite literally, a little bit though. Seriously, like literally. Let's catch a break. Fuck. Softball. Sweet little dog. Tasty. Anyway, I'll take a break for a little bit. Got me some food, stuff like that. Let me get him a little bath, but he seems like he's knocked out for right now, so I might just do that later. But I'm back later this evening, so